ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು
Final set of introductions before the BJP officially releases its manifesto in the state of Karnataka.
ತಿಂಗಳುಗಳಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಇದು ನೈಜತೆಯಿಂದ ಕೂಡಿರಬೇಕು. ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ವಿಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಅವರ ಸಲಹೆಗಳನ್ನು ಪಡೆದು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗುವಂತ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ನಾಡನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕು. ನವ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಿಂದ
taken the feedback, the input of the citizens before drafting this manifesto, saying that it's a collective exercise that involves the public.
ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನ ಈ ನಾಡನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟುವಾಗ ಮುಂದಿನ 25 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನವನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು
BJP saying that the manifesto is drafted with a vision on 2047, looking 25 years ahead through this manifesto.
ಅದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಸಂಪದ್ಭರಿತ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿದ್ಧ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆವು. 38 ವಿವಿಧ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು 170 ವಿಧಾನಸಭಾ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸಲಹೆ ಸಂಗ್ರಹವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
We've gone to at least 170 constituencies to speak to people.
ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ನ ಮೂಲಕ 29,306 ಸಲಹೆಗಳು ನಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾವೆ.
Received at least 30,000 inputs via the websites.
6 ಲಕ್ಷ ಸಲಹೆಗಳು
also via WhatsApp.
6 ಲಕ್ಷ ಸಲಹೆಗಳು
6 lakh suggestions came in, is what the BJP is saying. 6 lakh suggestions from across the state of Karnataka.
ಕೈಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಬೂತ್ ಅಭಿಯಾನ ಕೈಗೊಂಡಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ
ವಿಧಾನಸಭೆ
ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸಲಹಾ ಸಮಿತಿ ಸಭೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೈಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಸಲಹೆಗಳು ಕೂಡ ನಮಗೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸಚಿವರಿಗೆ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ನಾಯಕರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಸುಮಾರು 17 ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ನಾಯಕರು ಕೂಡ ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆ ಸಿದ್ಧ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಸಭೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿದರು.
17 national leaders have also taken part in the drafting of the manifesto.
ಆಯಾ ವಿಷಯ
17 national leaders,
ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಪರಿಣಿತರು ಇವ್ರ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಸುಮಾರು 900 ಸಲಹೆಗಳು ಅವ್ರ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಕೂಡ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ 50 ಸೆಕ್ಟೋರಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಕೂಡ ಅವರವರ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳಿತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ರೈತರಿಗೆ, ಕೂಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕರಿಗೆ,
focus has been on farmers,
ಬಡವರಿಗೆ,
on daily wage workers,
ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ,
on the poor,
ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ
in every sector that affects the society. We've taken the considered view
ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಪ್ರಗತಿಯನ್ನು ಮತ್ತಷ್ಟು ಉತ್ತುಂಗಕ್ಕೆ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬಹುದು,
every suggestion that came in,
ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೇರೆ ಪಕ್ಷಗಳ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಳ್ಳು ಭರವಸೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಡದೆ,
we will not give false promises like other parties are giving.
ಮಾನ್ಯ
Our entire focus has been to ensure that there is no lies
ಏನು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು
that is peddled by our party. We will not make fake promises.
ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು ಜನರ ಮನೆ ಬಳಿಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ತಲುಪಿದೆ. ಅದೇ ಇವತ್ತು ಜನರು ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಭರವಸೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇದೆ. ಬೇರೆ ಪಕ್ಷಗಳು ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ಭರವಸೆಗಳನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ 13 ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಆ ಪಕ್ಷಗಳನ್ನು ಆ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ತಿರಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ
such parties have gone to different states and made similar promises in all the other states, but they have been rejected
ಇವತ್ತು ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ
by them
ಈ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ
in those states.
ಯಾವ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಆಡಳಿತಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ರಾಜಸ್ಥಾನ, ಮಧ್ಯಪ್ರದೇಶ,
they made promises but they haven't been able to keep up.
ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ
Madhya Pradesh they made promises they could not keep up.
5 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಭರವಸೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ
promises that were made 5 years back have still not been fulfilled.
ಅವ್ರ ಕೈಲಿ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಜನರ ದಿಕ್ಕನ್ನು ತಪ್ಪಿಸುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಅವರು ಮಾಡಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತು ಜನರು ಅವರನ್ನು ಯಾರೂ ಕೂಡ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸಕ್ಕೆ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಆರೋಗ್ಯಯುಕ್ತ ನಾಡನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಸಂಪದ್ಭರಿತ ಯುವಕರಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕಾಲ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಂತು ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಸಬಲೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಮಹಿಳೆಯರನ್ನ ಮುಖ್ಯ ವಾಹಿನಿಗೆ ತರಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತು ದಯನೀಯ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ವಯೋವೃದ್ಧರು, ಇವತ್ತು ಅಂಗವಿಕಲರು ಮತ್ತು ಇವತ್ತು ವಿಧವೆಯರು, ಇವರಿಗೆ ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಉತ್ತೇಜನವನ್ನು ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ನಾಯಕರು ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಇವತ್ತು ಘೋಷಣೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Saying that parties like Congress failed in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh by making false promises.
ಸ್ಥಿತಿಗತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಇದನ್ನು ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಗಮನವನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಟು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ರೂಪಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಮಹಿಳೆಯರಿಗೆ ಏನಿವತ್ತು ಸಿಲಿಂಡರ್ ಬೆಲೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಇವತ್ತು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಈಗ ಕ್ಷಣಗಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆಯ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ಇವತ್ತು ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ನಾನು ಈ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆ ಸಿದ್ಧತೆ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಸಹ ಸಂಚಾಲಕರು, ನಮ್ಮ ಸಚಿವರು, ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲವು ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದ ಪರಿಣಿತರು ಕೂಡ ವಿವಿಧ ಪ್ರಕೋಷ್ಠಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿ ಅನುಭವ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥವರು ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ ಸುಮಾರು 16 ಜನ ಇದ್ದರು. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆಯನ್ನು, ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಯನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿರಿಯ ನಾಯಕರು ನಮಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ, ಸಲಹೆ, ಸೂಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆ, ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಅದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆ. ನಾವು ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಭಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಭಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ಕಂಡುಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ಈಗ ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಆದಂಥ ತಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದಿರುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ವಿನಂತಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಐ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆನರಬಲ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಶ್ರೀ JP Nadda ji to kindly release the manifesto of Bharatiya Janata Party. ಅವರು ಬೇಡ
ಮೊಬೈಲು ಲಂಬು ಇಳಿಸ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ
ಸರ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಮಲೇಶ್ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರು ಅವರು. Officially unveiling the manifesto and showing off that booklet, which they say is an extensive exercise where over 6 lakh suggestions have been sought, are being officially released there. 5 party leaders, JP Nadda flanked by Yediyurappa to his left, Bommai to his right. One is a former chief minister, another the current chief minister, Sadanan Gowda, former union minister, also there on the screen, Nalin Katil, the BJP state president, all on stage as they show off the document in what will be a counter to what the Congress party has been saying and doing while making those guarantees to the people of Karnataka. The official release and the photo up there of the BJP, they've taken time to release their manifesto while gathering as many opinions as possible and suggestions.
ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾದಂಥ ಶ್ರೀ ಬಸವರಾಜ್ ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿ ಅವರು ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ವಿನಂತಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಬಿಡುಗಡೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ನಾಯಕರಿಗೆ, ಮಾನ್ಯ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಿಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಾ, ಈಗ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾದಂಥ ಶ್ರೀ ಬಸವರಾಜ ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿ ಅವರು ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ವಿನಂತಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
Basavaraj Bommai called onto stage to give the opening comments and the main pointers of the manifesto. Releases.
ದೀಪು ಲೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ
ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ನಾಯಕರು, ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಕ್ಷದ
Basavaraj Bommai thanking the national leaders, all party leaders, state leaders, thanking JP Nadda for being present.
ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದಂಥ ನಳಿನ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಕಟೀಲ್ ಅವರು, ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ
Thanking all leaders on stage, including
ಹಿರಿಯ
Nalin Katil.
ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ನಾಯಕರಾದಂಥ ಶ್ರೀ BS ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪಜಿಯವರು ಹಾಗೂ ಮಾಜಿ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾದಂಥ ಸದಾನಂದ ಗೌಡಜಿಯವರು ಹಾಗೂ
Thanking
ನಮ್ಮ
Yediyurappa and Sadanand Gowda and his speech.
ಕ್ಯಾಂಪೇನ್ ಕಮಿಟಿಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದಂಥ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಶೋಭಾ ಕರಂದಾಜಿಯವರೇ, ಅಶೋಕ್ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆಯ ಸಮಿತಿಯ ಸಂಚಾಲಕರಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸುಧಾಕರ್ ಅವರು, ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲಿರುವಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿರಿಯ ನಾಯಕರು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪಾರ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೆರೆದಿರುವಂಥ ನನ್ನ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು. ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಕ್ಷ the party with a difference.
Bommai saying that BJP is party with a difference.
ಈ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡೀ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ಆಡಳಿತ ಚುಕ್ಕಾಣಿ ಹಿಡಿದಿರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪಕ್ಷ, ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡಳಿತ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪಕ್ಷ.
We have been in power in the state of Karnataka.
ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ರಾಜಕಾರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಕ್ಷ ಬಹಳ ದಿಕ್ಕಸೂಚಿಯ ಪಾತ್ರವನ್ನು ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
BJP playing a big role nationally
ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು
in how
ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ
India proceeds.
ನಮಗೆ ದೇಶವನ್ನು ಗಮನದಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು, ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನು
Bommai saying
ಗಮನದಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು
that we have to put and we will put nation first, and that we have put nation first.
ಮತ್ತು ಆಡಳಿತವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
Saying that we put
We believe
nation
in
first while governing,
strong
while delivering
state.
governance.
That will lead to a strong center.
Strong state, he says, will lead to a strong
ಅತ್ಯಂತ
center.
ಪ್ರಬಲವಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳ ಒಕ್ಕೂಟವೇ ಪ್ರಬಲ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಮತ್ತು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಆಡಳಿತದ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ, ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ,
Bommai talking about what has been kept in mind while drafting the manifesto,
ಕೂಡ ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಬೀರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು
talking about the societal changes,
ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ.
manifesto considering all aspirations of the people of Karnataka.
Manifesto.
It's a people's manifesto, he says.
ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸುಧಾಕರ್ ಅವರ ನೇತೃತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ತಂಡ ಕಳೆದ 3 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಜನರಿಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು
In the last 3 months, we have gathered the opinion from different sections of the society. From online, lakhs of suggestions came in.
ಭಾವನೆ, ಜನರ ಧ್ವನಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಳವಡಿಸಿ ಇದು ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರಜಾ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆಯಾಗಿ ಹೊರಹೊಮ್ಮಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಭಾವಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ.
It's truly a people's manifesto
ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆ
because it is the suggestions of the people
ಇದೊಂದು
that are
ರಾಜ್ಯ
reflected here.
ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂದೆ ನಡೆಯುವಂಥ ದಾರಿ ಮತ್ತು ದಿಕ್ಕನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸುವಂಥ.
It's a roadmap
ಈ ಮಧ್ಯೆ
in how Karnataka will be governed.
ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಘಟನೆಗಳು ನಡೆದಾಗ ಅದರ ತಕ್ಕ ಹಾಗೆ ಆಡಳಿತವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ಕಳೆದ ಬಾರಿ 2018ರ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಪೂರ್ವದ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆಯ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ.
In 2018, nobody anticipated COVID would hit us.
ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಕುಸಿತ, ಈ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಕೇವಲ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಕುಸಿತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಜನರ ಜೀವನ ಅಸ್ತವ್ಯಸ್ತ.
We've had to take care of the welfare of the people, welfare and health.
ಹೀಗಾಗಿ
in the last
ಈ ಬಾರಿ ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅನುಭವಗಳನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೋಢೀಕರಿಸಿ
we've taken all our experiences and drafted this manifesto.
ನಾವು ಕೃಷಿಗೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಒತ್ತನ್ನು
large thrust on farmers in the manifesto is what Bommai is saying.
ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆ, ಆರ್ಥಿಕವಾಗಿರೋ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆ, ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಜನರು ತೊಡಗಿಸಿಕೊಂಡಿರುವಂಥ
the most important sector for us, and we have paid a lot of attention to farmers.
ಕಿಸಾನ್ ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ ಯೋಜನೆಯಿಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು
from Kisan Samman Yojana,
ಹಲವಾರು ಕೃಷಿ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
several farming schemes
ಕೂಡ
have been introduced.
ಒತ್ತನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
A thrust has been there even in the budget.
5 ಲಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಏರಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಆವರ್ತ ನಿಧಿ 3600ಕ್ಕೆ ಏರಿಸಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಆಪತ್ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ರೈತರ ಬೆಳೆದಂಥ ಬೆಳೆಗಳನ್ನು ಖರೀದಿ ಮಾಡಲು, ಮತ್ತು
we have raised
ಇದಲ್ಲದೆ
the allocation for farmers.
ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು,
ರೈತರಿಗೆ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್
ಸೀಸನ್ಗಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ 10,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಬಜೆಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಘೋಷಣೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ.
In the budget, some of these mentions
ಮುಂದಿನ
are already present.
5 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು 1,000 ಕೃಷಿ ಉತ್ಪಾದನಾ ಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳನ್ನು
1,000 Krishi Utpadan Kendras have been set up in the last 5 years.
ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸಮೇತವಾಗಿ 1,000 ಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳನ್ನು ತೆರೆಯುವಂಥದ್ದು,
1,000
ಮತ್ತು
farming centers have
ನಮ್ಮ
been set up.
ನೀರಾವರಿ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಪೂರ್ಣ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಂಕಲ್ಪ. ಅದಲ್ಲದೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಒಂದು ಆಪತ್ಕಾಲೀನ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ನಿಧಿಯನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕನ್ನುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ದೂರದೃಷ್ಟಿಯ ಮಹತ್ವಾಕಾಂಕ್ಷೆಯ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಗ್ರೋ ಫಂಡನ್ನು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಮತ್ತು ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಚೈನ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಒದಗಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು.
We've stressed on supply chains for farmers.
ಸಿರಿಧಾನ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷ ಮತ್ತು ಸರ್ಕಾರ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿಜಿಯವರು ಸಿರಿಧಾನ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಒತ್ತನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಿರಿಧಾನ್ಯ ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆಗೆ ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಹತ್ವವನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಸಾವಯವ ಕೃಷಿಗೆ ಒತ್ತನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಹೈನುಗಾರಿಕೆ, ಮೀನುಗಾರಿಕೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ಬಹಳ ಮಹತ್ವವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
For fisheries, we've increased
ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ
our focus
ವಾಗಿ ಬಡವರ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾವು
for the welfare of the
ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಮಹತ್ವವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸಬ್ಕಾ ಸಾಥ್, ಸಬ್ಕಾ
We've
ವಿಕಾಸ್,
given a lot of importance in
ಸಬ್ಕಾ
this
ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ್
manifesto.
ಮತ್ತು ಸಬ್ಕಾ ಪ್ರಯಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಏನು
Sabka
ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿ
Saath, Sabka
ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ,
Vikas, Sabka Prayas sort of
ಆ ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ
guiding
ಇವತ್ತು
light.
ಬಡವರಿಗಾಗಿ ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ
There's a
ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾಗಿ
special program for the welfare of the poor.
ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ನಗರ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ 5 ಲಕ್ಷ ಮನೆ, ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ 10 ಲಕ್ಷ ಮನೆ, ಪರ್
5 lakh homes.
ಮನೆಯದು 5 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ಏರಿಸಿದ್ದೇವೆ. 2 ಲಕ್ಷದಿಂದ 5 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಇದೆ. ಅದನ್ನು 5 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ಏರಿಸಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
5 lakh rupees to construct homes.
ಈ ಪೋಷಣಾ ಯೋಜನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ
Urban homes, 10 lakh
PPL
to
ಕುಟುಂಬಗಳಿಗೆ
construct urban
ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ
homes.
ಅರ್ಧ ಲೀಟರ್ ನಂದಿನಿ ಹಾಲನ್ನು
Creating 5 lakh homes. From 2 lakh, it's got up to 5 lakh,
ಇದು
and up to 10 lakh houses in rural areas to the poor.
ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇನ್ನು 5 kg ಸಿರಿಧಾನ್ಯವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಟ್ಟು 10 kg ನಾವು ಪಡಿತರ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. 5 kg ಅಕ್ಕಿ, 5 kg ಸಿರಿಧಾನ್ಯ, ಒಟ್ಟು 10 kg.
5 kg rice, 5 kg pulses, free
ನಾವು ಪೋಷಣ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ
for every family.
ಅರ್ಧ ಲೀಟರ್ ನಂದಿನಿ ಹಾಲನ್ನು ಪ್ರತಿ BPL ಕುಟುಂಬಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ದಿವಸ ಕೊಡುವಂಥ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ.
Half a liter of milk for every poor family
ಸಿರಿಧಾನ್ಯ
every day.
ಒಳಗೊಂಡಿರುವಂಥ ಪಡಿತರ
Free milk
ಇರ್ತದೆ.
scheme.
ಆರೋಗ್ಯಕರವಾದಂಥ ಆಹಾರ ಕೊಡೋದು ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಅಥವಾ ಚುನಾವಣೆಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪೈಪೋಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸಮತೋಲನದ ಆಹಾರ ಕೊಡೋ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅನ್ನೋಂಥ ಮಾತನ್ನು ನಾನು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಇಚ್ಛೆಪಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರತಿ ಮನೆಗೆ 5 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಆರೋಗ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಆಯುಷ್ಮಾನ್ ಭಾರತ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಯೋಜನೆ ಅಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿ BPL ಕುಟುಂಬಕ್ಕೆ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ 10 ಲಕ್ಷ ಪ್ರತಿ BPL ಕುಟುಂಬಕ್ಕೆ ವಿಮಾ ಮೊತ್ತವನ್ನು 5 ಲಕ್ಷ
every family below poverty line
5 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿ
will get benefits worth 10 lakh rupees per year.
ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು 10 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಏರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ
5 lakh insurance has been raised to 10 lakhs
5 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿ
for
ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್
BPL families
ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಹೀಗೆ ಹಲವಾರು ಯೋಜನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಹಿರಿಯ ನಾಗರಿಕರಿಗೆ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ತಪಾಸಣೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಮಿಷನ್ ಸ್ವಾಸ್ಥ್ಯ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲ ತಾಲೂಕುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕಿಮೋಥೆರಪಿ ಡಯಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಸೇವೆ ಸಿಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ತಾಲೂಕಿನಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಬರುವಂಥ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕಿಮೋಥೆರಪಿ ಮತ್ತು ಡಯಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಶಿಕ್ಷಣಕ್ಕೆ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು
arrangements for free dialysis will be made.
NEP ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮೊದಲನೇ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಇದೆ. ಅದನ್ನು
NEP Karnataka is the first state.
NEP ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಶಿಕ್ಷಣಕ್ಕೆ GSDPಯ 6% ನಮ್ಮ ಅನುದಾನ ಬರುವಂಥ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಚ್ಛೆಪಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿವರಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಕಟವಾಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ನಾನೇ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಇದು ಜನರಿಂದ ಜನರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಜನಪರವಾಗಿರುವಂಥ
ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವವನ್ನು taken from the people and delivered for the people.
ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಕುಟುಂಬ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ, ಆರೋಗ್ಯ, ಉದ್ಯೋಗ, ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಗಮನದಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಂಡು ಹಲವಾರು ಯೋಜನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಇದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆರ್ಥಿಕವಾಗಿ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕವನ್ನು ಒಂದು ವೈಬ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳ $1 ಟ್ರಿಲಿಯನ್ $5 ಟ್ರಿಲಿಯನ್ $1 ಟ್ರಿಲಿಯನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾಡಬೇಕನ್ನುವಂಥ ಗುರಿಯಿಂದ ಅದರ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು IT, BT ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೆಕ್ಟರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ಕೊಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕಲ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್, ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ವಲ್ನರಬಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್, SC, ST, ಪುವರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್, ಯೂತ್, ಹೀಗೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಇಂಜಿನ್. 1% growth in agriculture leads to
1% growth in agriculture,
4% growth in manufacturing, and 10% in service sector. We believe in it and we have worked out this. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಇದೊಂದು ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆ ಜನ ಸ್ವೀಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, BJPಗೆ ಬೆಂಬಲವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಮತ್ತು BJPಗೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಅವಕಾಶವನ್ನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಬಹುಮತದಿಂದ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ.
We are confident of coming back to power with a large majority, thumping majority once again.
ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ BS ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪಾಜಿ ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
So BS Yediyurappa being called on stage to speak. some of the big promises made by the BJP, just as Yediyurappa takes to the stage, the BJP in its manifesto making a list of promises, some of the big ones including 3 free cooking gas cylinders to all BPL families annually, free cooking gas cylinders 3 annually, Atal Ahara Kendra in every ward of every municipal corporation to provide affordable, quality and healthy food across the state. So subsidized food scheme, food centers being set up, a Poshane scheme through which every BPL household will be provided half a litre milk every day for free and 5 kg Shri Anna Siri Dhanya through monthly ration kits. That's 5 kgs of rice, 5 kgs of pulses that will be provided to families. And the 3 key ones, free cooking gas cylinders 3 annually, a new scheme for food subsidy, food centers across the state of Karnataka, free milk, 5 kgs of free rice every month, and 5 kgs of pulses every month. Uniform Civil Code, finding a key mention that the state will implement the Uniform Civil Code based on the recommendations of the high-level committee.
ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದಂಥ JP Nadda ji ಅವರೇ,
Yediyurappa welcoming senior leaders.
ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಅವರೇ, ಪ್ರಹ್ಲಾದ್ ಜೋಶಿ ಅವರೇ, ಆರ್ ಅಶೋಕ್ ಅವರೇ,
welcoming Nalin Katil, R. Ashok, Sudhakar,
ಕರಂದ್ಲಾಜೆ ಅವರೇ,
Shobha Karanlaje,
ಲಿಂಬಾವಣಿ ಅವರೇ,
Arvind Limbavdi,
ಭಗವಂತ ಕೂಬಾ ಅವರೇ,
Bhagwan Kuba,
ನಾರಾಯಣ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅವರೇ,
Narayan Swami,
ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದ ಮಿತ್ರರೇ, ಬಹುಶಃ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ತಿಳಿಸಿದಂತೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಒಂದು BJP ಪ್ರಜಾ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
backing the BJP's manifesto, saying that all suggestions have been taken, all sections have been covered, from farmers to women, the public, the downtrodden.
ಈ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಜಾ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಉದ್ದಗಲಕ್ಕೆ
ಪ್ರಜಾ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆ or the manifesto with an eye on the people.
ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ BJP 125-130 ಸೀಟನ್ನು ಗೆದ್ದು
BJP will win 125-130 seats
ನಿಶ್ಚಿತ
and form the government in Karnataka.
ಈ BJP ಪ್ರಜಾ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಅನುಕೂಲಕರವಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಜನರಿಗೆ ಮನವರಿಕೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರ ಮೇಲಿದೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಬಾರಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಒಂದು ಅಂತರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು BJPಯನ್ನು ಗೆಲ್ಲಿಸಿ,
we need to ensure at the booth level
ಸತ್ಯನೋ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸತ್ಯ, BJP
take this to every household.
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ 125-130 ಸೀಟನ್ನು ಗೆದ್ದು ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುವಂತ
Yediyurappa declaring that this time 125-130 seats is a given.
ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಜನ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಗದ ಜನರ ಕಣ್ಮುಂದೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಪ್ರಣಾಳಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಜನ ಸ್ವೀಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ನನಗಿದೆ. ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಉದ್ದಗಲಕ್ಕೆ
Yediyurappa saying that he is confident that the people will accept this manifesto.
ಜನರಿಗೆ ಮನವರಿಕೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
Yediyurappa thanking the leadership while ending his speech.
ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನ ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಿದಂಥ ಶ್ರೀ BS ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪಜಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ವಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಾ, ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನ ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು, ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ನಾಯಕರು ಆದಂಥ ಜಗತ್ ಪ್ರಕಾಶ್ ನಡ್ಡಾಜಿ ಅವರು ಮಾತನಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ವಿನಂತಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಐ ನೌ ಹಂಬಲಿ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ our beloved national president Shri Jagat Prakash Nadda ji to kindly address the media on the release of our Praja Pranalike.
JP Nadda speaking on the manifesto.
Our very senior leader and the member of the BJP National Parliamentary Board and ex-Chief Minister of Karnataka,
respected B.S. Yediyurappa ji, our very dynamic Chief Minister who is leading the state, Shri Basavaraj Bommai ji, our very active and people and workers friendly President Shri Nalin Katil ji, our Minister in the central government and my colleague in the Lok Sabha, Shri Prahlad Joshi ji, my senior colleague, ex-Chief Minister and an ex-Minister in the Government of India, Shri Sadanand Gowda ji, Minister in the Government of India and the Chairman of the Campaign Committee, Kumari Shobha Karan ji, Shri Ashwath Narayan Swami ji, Shri Bhagwat Kuba ji, Shri K. Sudhakar ji, Arvind Limbawali ji, Narayan Swami ji, K.S. Naveen ji, senior members on the dais, and the friends from the media, print media and electronic media. It is indeed a matter of great opportunity for me. A few minutes back, I got the opportunity to release the manifesto of the Bharatiya Janata Party for the ensuing elections in Karnataka. First of all, as my colleague Sudhakar ji said, that this manifesto has not been formulated, drafted, or the content has not been created in any air-conditioned room. A due exercise has been done, and after a great amount of toil and perseverance by our workers who visited every nook and corner of the state, got the suggestions and connected to the thousands of hundred households that this content has been created, which is in the form of this manifesto. Here I would also like to remind you that when Yediyurappa ji took over and later on Mr. Bommai continued, and when the baton was handed over to him, I can say that the Bharatiya Janata Party government converted the calamity into an opportunity. The pandemic of COVID-19, the floods, all that was converted into an opportunity. And if I speak in Hindi, I'll say, आपदा को अवसर में बदलने का काम येडियुरप्पा जी और बोम्मई जी ने किया. And because of that, we can say that now Karnataka is reaching a 1 trillion economy that we have to understand. One thing more I would like to say here is about the 6 years of the Indian National Congress misrule, where the good work done by Bharatiya Janata Party was a great setback because of the reverse gear government of Siddaramaiah, which ruled the state. We should also remember that during Siddaramaiah's regime, it was the looting of the natural resources, it was letting the criminal and antisocial elements run amok, and appeasing a certain section of the society only to consolidate their vote bank and playing the politics of vote bank. When I talk about the reverse gear government, we remember 2014 to 2019, where all the good policies of Prime Minister Modi's government was brought to halt in Karnataka. And that was the black day when the Karnataka saw. Here I would like to explain in detail also, because you will say that I am giving a very passing, sweeping statement. But it is not a passing, sweeping statement. I would like to give you and quantify my contention which I am saying. And when I say so, I will say tab or ab, then and now. We have to understand the difference. And utilizing the opportunity, I would like to make it very clear that when Prime Minister Modi had asked about the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi, where the people of Karnataka were to get the benefit of it, the Siddaramaiah government sent the names, and the number of the names of the Kisan and the farmer was on record 1717. This is called halting the development. This is called using the brakes and becoming an obstacle between the people and the government of India for the good policies which is being pursued by Prime Minister Modi. And here I would like to also suggest to you that now, when Yediyurappa ji came to the power, and later on the baton was handed over to Mr. Bommai, 15,000 crores have been spent for 54 lakh farmers, where 6,000 is being given in Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi, and 4,000 is given as a top-up by Bommai government, by Yediyurappa government, and 10,000 rupees is given to 54 lakh farmers of Karnataka. This is a classic example of double-engine government. If I talk about Yashasvi scheme, which was started by my very senior leader, whom we are very proud of, Mr. Yediyurappa, that Yashasvi scheme was scrapped by Congress party. And in 2018, the insurance scheme was scrapped, and it was only revived by the Bharatiya Janata Party government, and it ensured a registration of 32 lakh farmers. So we have to understand, what do we mean by double engine? We have got double engine, there is a trouble engine. We are there for development, they are for the reverse gear. We are there to give the pace to the development, they are there to put brakes to the development. That we have to understand. If I talk about the Bhagya Lakshmi Yojana, it was for a secure future of the girl child, and giving 3,000 rupees annual fixed deposit in their name. Almost 3 lakh beneficiaries, women were there, 3 lakh children were there. And when the Congress government came, that is the Siddaramaiah's most anti-people government came, then the Bhagya Lakshmi scheme was reduced to 65,000. And when again Yediyurappa ji came to power and Bommai ji came to power, now I am happy to share with you that almost 3 lakh children are insured under Bhagya Lakshmi Yojana. This change has taken place. If I talk about foreign direct investment, I am happy to share with you, when I say that it's a 1 trillion economy Karnataka is reaching, I would also like to share that Karnataka is now, under the leadership of Yediyurappa ji and Bommai ji, is now where the foreign direct investment is, Karnataka is number 1 in foreign direct investment. And in Congress regime, it was 1,75,000 lakh crores, and now it is 3,21,000 lakh crores. That we have to understand. If I talk about the average irrigation budget, it was 11,600 crore during Congress regime, and now it is 21,201 crore, which is an increase of 80%. That we have to understand. If I talk about the establishment of health and wellness centers, I was the health minister at that point of time when Siddaramaiah was the chief minister. And with a lot of push by the government of India and by the support of government of India, the Congress regime could only open 548 health and wellness centers were operationalized. But under Bommai ji's regime, health and wellness centers has reached the number of 8,618. This is the pace of the government in the health sector that we have to understand. During Congress regime, there was a breakdown of law and order, and the PFI was given a free hand to terrorize people, and you will be astonished to know that Bengaluru became the second most unsafe city for women in India. And this was the time when Mr. Siddaramaiah withdrew 175 criminal cases against PFI, Popular Front of India. But when BJP came, PFI was banned, NIO has given a free hand, and 41,000 security cameras were installed across the city, enhancing women's safety. I'm giving you the statistics, the data, which says that how we are working and how we want to bring the change. When I talk about the double engine, we are delivering best without rest, and the achievements of the Government of India and Government of Karnataka I would like to share with you. Bommai ji started this Raita Vidya Yojana, and 725 crore worth scholarship of 11 lakh children were given to farmers' sons, landless, to the farmers, to the landless, to the laborers, to the weavers, to the fishermen, to the cab drivers, to the auto rickshaw drivers under the scheme of Vidya Nidhi scheme, which is Vidya Nidhi Yojana. If I talk about the development, as Mr. Bommai had talked about, that the farmers are getting 10,000 per year, in which 15,000 crores is being directly transferred to the Kisan, 6,000 from the Government of India, 4,000 from the Government of Karnataka, which comes to 10,000 rupees per year, that we have to understand. The revolutionary changes have taken place. We have talked about the economic nyaya, justice, economic justice, and now we are talking about the social justice. It was a long pending demand, but it was under Chief Minister Bommai ji that the SC got the reservations, scheduled caste got the reservation enhanced from 15% to 17%, 2% enhanced. And the ST got from 3% to 7% and 4% was enhanced. The Vokalingas reservation was enhanced by 2%. The Lingayats reservation was enhanced by 2% under the 2D category, and the Vokalingas in the 2C categories. And here I would like to say, justice to all, appeasement to none. And so the unconstitutional reservation given to minorities was repealed. This we have to understand. And the double engine government delivered justice to the long pending issues. I'm talking about the long pending issues, which no government had the audacity to even touch these issues. They ignored it once for all. But when BJP government came, we tried to resolve, and the Upper Bhadra lift irrigation project, which was allocated the first installment of 5,300 crores and by the union budget. And the same way, Kalasa Banduri project, the state budget gave 1,000 crores. And if I talk about the Upper Krishna phase 3, 5,000 crores were given and were allocated. The same way, expedited the Bengaluru suburban railway pending for 40 years, for 4 decades, and 15,000 crores for it was allocated. The same way, the long pending 3,526 unrecorded Lambani Tandas and Kurba Hatis were declared as new revenue villages, and they were given the Hak Patras, which we call as the Haku Patras, and 1,75,000 beneficiaries have benefited out of it. This I'm talking how the long pending, long standing demands have been meted out, that I'm sharing with you. The same way, the 5,000 crore rupees were given to KKRDB in the state budget in this year 2023-24 for formed Kittur Kannada Development Authority. And after Modi government introduced the national education policy in 2020, I would like to share with you that the Karnataka government and the education department, in implementing the national education policy, is number one. That we have to understand. The same way, 1 IIT, 4 medical colleges, 7 medical universities, and 2 triple ITs have also been established in the state of Karnataka. If I talk about the Arogyakara Karnataka, the best state in the country, by establishing 8,618 health and wellness centers, 270 sanctioned Namma clinics have started functioning, including 108 in the Bengaluru itself. If I talk about, which Bommai ji also talked about, is about the 1 crore 38,000 Ayushman Bharat Arogya Karnataka have been issued. Here you see the Ayushman Bharat and the Arogya Karnataka, both together have taken care of the common man, that we have to understand, and 37 lakh poor people have availed this facility. If I talk about the super specialty, you will be astonished to note that the super specialty hospital in Kumta, multi-specialty hospital in Sirsi, 8 super specialty blocks costing 150 crore in Karnataka, Institute of Medical Sciences, Hubli, and critical care blocks in Kolar, in Bagalkot, in Yadgiri, in Gadak, in Chikmagaluru, Ramnagra, Vijayanagara, and Doda Balapura have been established, that we have to understand. If I talk about the Karnataka, which attracted 3.21 lakh, as I said, in the FDI, foreign direct investment. I would like to share with you how things work and how governments work. It was in 2008 that the Shimoga airport, the foundation stone was laid. And in 2013, when Sitaramaiah came, it was full brakes were applied. From 2013 to 2019, not even one brick was put in Shimoga airport. And in 2019 to 2023, only in a short span of 4 years, Shimoga airport was dedicated to the people of Karnataka, that we have to understand. If I talk about the airports, certainly I would like to share with you that the Kalaburgi airport is operational, and now 6 airports are being constructed. The same way, Tumkur, Chitradurga, Davangere railway line, Bagalkot, Kudachi and Gadagwadi railway line are expedited. Historic increase in railway budget has been 9 times, that we have to again understand the development part has taken place. The Vande Bharat train, which started in South India from Mysuru, Bangalore to Chennai, is again a very classical example of the development of modern India and the connectivity which we are certainly going to witness, which we have certainly witnessed. We have also, I would like to share here, that we have talked about infrastructure, we have talked about health, we have talked about education, we have talked about social justice, we have talked about economic development, but here we have also taken care of historic steps to protect and revive the glorious culture of Karnataka and the Kannadigas. And for that, Anti-Cow Slaughter Act was passed in 2021. Anti-conversion law was passed in 2022. Undertaking comprehensive development of Anjanadri Hill, which is the birthplace of Anjaneya Swami, Sri Anjaneya Swami, 100 crore has been allocated for it. And the Anubhav Mantapa, 612 crores for the honor of the Sri Basvaraj, and again undertaking the construction of the majestic Rama Mandira at Ramnagara. All this shows how we have tried to revive the historic culture of Karnataka and the pride of the Kannadigas, that we have taken care. Now introducing the manifesto, coming to the manifesto, you'll say that I've gone a long way only to give you the background. What does the seriousness of a manifesto means? Why I've elaborated and elucidated all these points in detail? Because you should understand that how governments work, who are the people behind putting the brakes in the development of Karnataka, who are the people who have who shed their crocodile tears, and the reality is something different. Who are the people who are anti-Karnataka and Kannadiga, that we have to understand. And that is why I elucidated with facts and with data in front of you. But when I introduce this manifesto, which is, as we call it, as the Praja ya BJP ya Praja Pranalike, which means it is a people's manifesto. And when I say that it is Pranalike, the people's manifesto, it is built on the solid foundation of development. It is a manifestation of the double engine government, how the double engine government works. This manifesto is futuristic and is a vision document which fulfills the Prime Minister Modi ji's vision of Viksit Bharat, developed India. And the same way, it also shows the prosperity and the Naya Karnataka during the Amrit Kal in the next 25 years. So this is the foundation which we have taken care in this manifesto. Here I would also like to share with you that the manifesto is different from the Congress, which talks about guarantees, which has an outdated warranty. Where everything, they talk about guarantee which has got an outdated warranty. They have never given anything. They have only talked about it. But when we say we mean it, and it is the manifesto, which is forward-looking document, it contains a realistic, achievable promise which will fulfill the aspirations of Karnataka's youth, farmer, women, weavers, middle class, SC, ST communities, and also all sections of the society will be taken care. Our manifesto is centered around 6 themes. And these 6 themes are 6A. Number 1 is Anna, which means food security. Number 2 is Akshara, which means quality education. Arogya, which means affordable and accessible health care. Adaya, which means assured income support. And Abhaya, social justice for all. And Aviruddhi means development, prosperity for all. Under these 6 themes, our manifesto is centered around. And through this vision document, we have tried to restore the prosperity of Karnataka and the glory days of the Vijayanagara Empire. That is what we want. And for that, it is the foundation which we are, through this manifesto, we are keeping, and we are trying to see that in next 25 years, how do we go forward. And when I say so, I would also like to say that it is a double engine Sarkara, where both the engines, and I will not say only double engine, it is a powerful engine also that we have to understand. We have got double engine, we have got powerful engine, there you had a trouble engine, and there you had a reverse gear engine. That you have to understand. And only applying brakes was there. When I talk about the Anna, the food security, we will provide, as Bommai Saab said, that we will be providing 3 free cooking gas cylinders to all BPL families annually, 1 each during the months of Yugadi, during Ganesh Chaturthi and Deepavali. The same way, we will set up an Atal Ahar Kendra in every ward of every municipal corporation in the state to provide affordable, quality and healthy food across the state. We will launch the scheme called Poshana, the scheme through which every BPL household will be provided with a half a liter Nandini milk every day and 5 kg of Sri Anna, which is the Sri Dhanya, along with 5 kg of rice will be provided to all BPL families in the monthly ration kit. The same way, if I talk about Abhaya, the social justice for all, we will implement uniform civil code in Karnataka based on the recommendations given by high-level committee, which is to constitute for this purpose. We will also launch the Sarva Rigu Suru Yojana, under which Revenue Department will identify and distribute 10 lakh housing sites across the state to all the siteless, homeless beneficiaries. We will also launch the Onake Obava Samajik Nyaya Nidhi, a scheme through which we will provide a matching grant, a deposit of 10,000 on 5-year fixed deposit made under the scheme for women of SC and ST households. Under this scheme of social justice, we will improve the ease of living of the apartment residents in Bengaluru and elsewhere by constituting a Karnataka Residents Welfare Consultative Committee to reform the Karnataka Apartment Ownership Act of 1972 and to modernize the grievance redressal mechanism.
कुछ लोगों को मोदी से इतनी परेशानी क्यों है, और आज इसकी वजह मैं भी रिपब्लिक टीवी के दर्शकों को बताना चाहता हूँ। ये जो नाराजगी दिख रही है ना, ये जो बवाल हो रहा है, वो इसलिए है क्योंकि कुछ लोगों की काली कमाई के रास्ते मोदी ने हमेशा हमेशा के लिए बंद कर दिए। जो पुरानी सोच और अप्रोच वाले लोग थे, वो कह रहे थे कि मेड इन इंडिया वैक्सीन की जरूरत क्या है, दूसरे देश बना ही रहे हैं, वो एक ना एक दिन हमें भी वैक्सीन दे ही देंगे। लेकिन संकट की घड़ी में भारत ने आत्मनिर्भरता का रास्ता चुना और परिणाम हमारे सामने है। बहुत बड़ा पॉलिटिकल कैपिटल मैंने रिस्क पे लगाया था दोस्तों, सिर्फ और सिर्फ मेरे देश के लिए। आपने कुछ समय पहले आईएमएफ का एक रिपोर्ट आया जो है, एक वर्किंग पेपर, शायद आपने जरूर देखा। ये रिपोर्ट बताती है कि ऐसी योजनाओं के कारण महामारी के बावजूद भारत में एक्सट्रीम पॉवर्टी खत्म होने की कगार पर है, और यही तो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन है। फाइव जी का रोल आउट हुआ है, हम दुनिया में सबसे तेज गति से आगे बढ़े हैं। 5G को लेकर भारत ने जो तेजी दिखाई है, जिस तरह अपनी खुद की टेक्नोलॉजी विकसित की है, उसकी पूरी दुनिया में चर्चा हो रही है। 2014 से पहले मनरेगा को लेकर कितनी शिकायतें रहती थी। कई जगहों पर तो एक दिन के काम के बदले 30 दिन तक की हाजिरी दिखाई जा रही है, यानी पैसा कोई और हजम कर रहा था। इसमें किसका नुकसान हो रहा था? गरीब का, मजदूर का। हमने मनरेगा का बजट बढ़ाया, अब करीब 90% से अधिक मनरेगा मजदूरों के आधार कार्ड लिंक हो चुके हैं। इससे जॉब कार्ड में फर्जीवाड़ा कम हुआ है। मनरेगा में फर्जीवाड़ा रुकने की वजह से 40,000 करोड़ रुपए गलत हाथों में जाने से बचे हैं।
Karnataka into India's most favored tourist destination. We'll also broaden the scope of the production-linked incentive scheme by incorporating a comprehensive plan that encompasses logistics, industrial clusters, connectivity, and export facilities, generating 10 lakh manufacturing jobs beyond Bengaluru, outside Bengaluru. I'm not talking about Bangalore, but outside in the rural areas that we are going to do. We'll see to it that Karnataka's rich culture and the land of culture is fully enriched and supported by the government schemes. Friends, these are the 6 themes under which we have tried to see to it that all schemes are taken and undertaken and developed. I would also like to share with you that we will be
देश की कई प्रतिभाओं ने तब काम का माहौल ना देखकर देश छोड़ने तक का फैसला कर लिया। ये सब उन्हीं सरकारी नीतियों का थर्ड ऑर्डर इम्पैक्ट था। उन नीतियों के इम्पैक्ट ने देश के इनोवेशन, हार्डवर्क और एंटरप्राइज की क्षमता को कुचल दिया। हमने सत्ता के माइंडसेट को भी बदला है। हम सेवा का माइंडसेट लेकर आए हैं। हमने गरीब कल्याण को अपना माध्यम बनाया है। हमने तुष्टीकरण नहीं, संतुष्टीकरण को अपना आधार बनाया है। इस अप्रोच ने देश के गरीब और मध्यम वर्ग के लिए सुरक्षा का कवच का निर्माण कर दिया है। कुछ लोगों को मोदी से इतनी परेशानी क्यों है, और आज इसकी वजह मैं भी रिपब्लिक टीवी के दर्शकों को बताना चाहता हूँ। ये जो नाराजगी दिख रही है ना, ये जो बवाल हो रहा है, वो इसलिए है क्योंकि कुछ लोगों की काली कमाई के रास्ते मोदी ने हमेशा हमेशा के लिए बंद कर दिए। जो पुरानी सोच और अप्रोच वाले लोग थे, वो कह रहे थे कि मेड इन इंडिया वैक्सीन की जरूरत क्या है, दूसरे देश बना ही रहे हैं, वो एक ना एक दिन हमें भी वैक्सीन दे ही देंगे। लेकिन संकट की घड़ी में
You're watching live and breaking on Republic TV, and we were bringing to you the manifesto which has been released by the BJP just a short while ago. JP Nadda, the BJP president over there, releasing that manifesto, and the focus continues to remain on infrastructure development, the agriculture sector, as well as other sectors, including making Karnataka an EV hub. So those were the bold promises that have been made by the BJP. You're watching Republic TV. We slip into a very short break. On the other side, we will be bringing you more.
2016 में जब मैं देशवासियों कहता था आपकी उंगली पर आपकी बैंक होगी, तो ये लोग मेरा मजाक उड़ाते थे। मोदी जी बताइए, गरीब आलू टमाटर डिजिटली कैसे खरीदेगा? आज आप देखिए, आपकी फिल्म सिटी में भी चाय की दुकान से लेकर लिट्टी चोखे के ठेले तक डिजिटल पेमेंट हो रहा है या नहीं? इतना बड़ा काम ऐसे ही नहीं हुआ है दोस्तों। इसके लिए पहले आधार को संवैधानिक दर्जा दिया गया। 45 करोड़ से अधिक जनधन बैंक खाते मिशन मोड पर खोले गए। अभी तक 28 लाख करोड़ रुपए डीबीटी से करोड़ों लाभार्थियों तक पहुंचाए गए। डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर, कोई बिचौलिया नहीं, कोई कटकी कंपनी नहीं, कोई काली कमाई करने वाले लोग नहीं। और डीबीटी का सीधा सीधा मतलब है डीबीटी यानी कमीशन बंद, लीकेज बंद। इस एक व्यवस्था से ही दर्जनों योजनाओं कार्यक्रमों में ट्रांसपेरेंसी आ गई। देश की कई प्रतिभाओं ने तब काम का माहौल ना देखकर देश छोड़ने तक का फैसला कर लिया। ये सब उन्हीं सरकारी नीतियों का थर्ड ऑर्डर इम्पैक्ट था। उन नीतियों के इम्पैक्ट ने देश के इनोवेशन, हार्डवर्क और एंटरप्राइज की क्षमता को कुचल दिया। हमने सत्ता के माइंडसेट को भी बदला है। हम सेवा का माइंडसेट लेकर आए हैं। हमने गरीब कल्याण को अपना माध्यम बनाया है। हमने तुष्टीकरण नहीं, संतुष्टीकरण को अपना आधार बनाया। इस अप्रोच ने देश के गरीब और मध्यम वर्ग के लिए सुरक्षा का कवच का निर्माण कर दिया है।
BPL will get 5 kg of rice and 5 kg of wheat. This is empowerment because first of all, he or she needs it. Number 2, we are empowering them. I talk about Ayushman Bharat. Who are there in Ayushman Bharat? Redi wala, fedi wala, rickshaw wala, thela wala, sabji wala, rag picker, bus ka driver, bus ka cleaner, truck ka driver, truck ka cleaner, lift man. They are entitled of Ayushman Bharat by virtue of profession. Barber. But I am not giving to Bommai ji Ayushman Bharat. I am not giving to Nalin Katil. So, and how much we are giving? 5 lakhs for the whole family every year. So the needy is getting, and we are always taking care of the need, not the greed. We have to understand. So freebies are something which you want to do for popularizing. When you talk about empowerment, we are trying to see to it that no liftman should suffer because of heart problems, and his son should have a good education so that in coming times he also has got the life to live with dignity. That is
ये भ्रष्टाचारियों का कितना भी बड़ा गठजोड़ क्यों बना ले, सारे भ्रष्टाचारी एक ही मंच पे आ जाए, सारे परिवारवादी एक ही जगह पे आ जाए, लेकिन मोदी अपने रास्ते से लौटने वाला नहीं। भ्रष्टाचार और परिवारवाद के खिलाफ मेरी लड़ाई जारी रहेगी दोस्तों, और मैं देश को इन चीजों से मुक्त कराने के लिए प्रण लेकर के निकला हुआ इंसान हूँ। मुझे आपके आशीर्वाद चाहिए। जब हर एक भारतीय की शक्ति लगेगी, हर एक भारतीय का परिश्रम लगेगा, तो विकसित भारत का सपना भी हम जल्द से जल्द पूरा कर पाएंगे। मुझे विश्वास है कि इसी भावना को रिपब्लिक नेटवर्क भी निरंतर सशक्त करता रहेगा। और अब तो अर्नब ने बता भी दिया है, वो ग्लोबली जा रहे हैं, भारत की आवाज को एक नई ताकत मिलेगी। मेरी उनको भी बहुत शुभकामना है। 2016 में जब मैं देशवासियों कहता था आपकी उंगली पर आपकी बैंक होगी, तो ये लोग मेरा मजाक उड़ाते थे। मोदी जी बताइए, गरीब आलू टमाटर डिजिटली कैसे खरीदेगा? आज आप देखिए, आपकी फिल्म सिटी में भी चाय की दुकान से लेकर लिट्टी चोखे के ठेले तक डिजिटल पेमेंट हो रहा है या नहीं? बड़ा काम ऐसे ही नहीं हुआ है दोस्तों। इसके लिए पहले आधार को संवैधानिक दर्जा दिया गया। 45 करोड़ से अधिक जनधन बैंक खाते मिशन मोड पर खोले गए। अभी तक 28 लाख करोड़ रुपए डीबीटी से करोड़ों लाभार्थियों तक पहुंचाए गए। डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर, कोई बिचौलिया नहीं, कोई कटकी कंपनी नहीं, कोई काली कमाई करने वाले लोग नहीं। और डीबीटी का सीधा सीधा मतलब है, डीबीटी यानी कमीशन बंद, लीकेज बंद। इस एक व्यवस्था से ही दर्जनों योजनाओं कार्यक्रमों में ट्रांसपेरेंसी आ गई। देश की कई प्रतिभाओं ने तब काम का माहौल ना देखकर देश छोड़ने तक का फैसला कर लिया। ये सब उन्हीं सरकारी नीतियों का थर्ड ऑर्डर इम्पैक्ट था। उन नीतियों के इम्पैक्ट ने देश के इनोवेशन, हार्डवर्क और एंटरप्राइज की क्षमता को कुचल दिया। हम हमने सत्ता के माइंडसेट को भी बदला है। हम सेवा का माइंडसेट लेकर आए हैं। हमने गरीब कल्याण को अपना माध्यम बनाया है। हमने तुष्टीकरण नहीं, संतुष्टीकरण को अपना आधार बनाया है। इस अप्रोच ने
With 9 days to the vote, the BJP releases its wish document list pro-poor promises. From UCC to NRC and anti-fundamentalism cell, promises in the BJP manifesto trigger a political fight.
देखा है बहनों और भाइयों, पहला देखा है जो आपके सामने आकर रोता है कि मुझे गाली लग रही है, मुझे गाली दे रहे हैं। आपके दुख सुनने के बजाय अपना दुखड़ा आपको सुनाते हैं और किसी ने उनके ऑफिस में बैठकर एक लिस्ट बनाई है। अरे आपके दुखों की लिस्ट नहीं है वो आपकी समस्याओं की लिस्ट नहीं है, वो ये लिस्ट नहीं है कि किसानों की क्या।
Priyanka Vadra defends abuse against the Prime Minister, says politicians have to tolerate it. Congress leader left IUML join hands to slam the Kerala story, call it propaganda. Tamil Nadu government files an affidavit in the Supreme Court backing conversions by missionaries. The WFI President Bir Bhushan claims proof that protests against him are politically motivated. News just coming in, we are now learning that the Supreme Court is ready to hear the petition against the release of the former Bihar MP Anand Mohan. Now the Supreme Court will be hearing this case on the 8th of May. Do remember that on the 24th of April, the Bihar government had issued a notification to release Anand Mohan and 26 other prisoners, which has received a massive backlash from the opposition and other sections of society. Now, essentially, the notification said that the decision was taken after the Bihar State Sentence Remission Council meeting, which took place on the 20th of April. However, this, of course, has this release has faced stiff opposition from not just the family of the IS officer who was killed by Anand Mohan Singh, but also political parties who have said that this is a remission which has been done with keeping in mind some political gains that the JDU government is looking at. Let's go across, I think, to Rhythm, who's joining us on the broadcast, and also Prakash, who will also be joining us live from Patna on this one. Rhythm, to you first. Rhythm, we are given to understand the Supreme Court is already cognizant of the matter and we're looking at it on the 8th of May. All right, I don't think we've got Rhythm, but let's go across to Prakash now. Prakash, you know, this remission, of course, has essentially been questioned not just by the opposition, but by the slain IS officer's family as well, who feels that this is, you know, essentially politics at play.
Yes, certainly. Krishnaiya's wife, Uma Krishnaiya, has filed a petition in the Supreme Court challenging the decision of the Bihar government pertaining to a remission given to Anand Mohan after he served his life imprisonment, and that too after tinkering with the rules and regulations originally framed by Nitish government in 2016, which gave a certain degree of protection to the public servant and the public servant in specific terms who were killed or murdered while on duty. So that gave a specific security cover, and that was the prerogative of the state government. And thereafter, Nitish Kumar changed that decision. The Bihar cabinet changed that decision that the rules will apply to everybody in general, to the common people as well. And thereafter, there was a furor over this decision, and BJP questioning it, and even the IS Officers Association also questioned it, and a petition has been filed, and we believe that the hearing in this case would be done on 8th of May.
Yes, absolutely. Now, of course, the point that the JDU government seems to make is that he served his sentence and the life imprisonment term that he was given to him. But in the petition, we are understanding, Prakash, that the main point that's been made is that life in prison means that, you know, till the natural course of his life, he should remain in prison. Is that the main cause for contention that we're likely to be seeing in the Supreme Court?
Yes. They feel that in the case pertaining to Shahabuddin, the Bihar government has challenged his decision, challenged the decision of the court, and that he is dangerous to the society, and in that way his bail should be cancelled in 2016. So, keeping in mind the fact that several cases lodged against Anand Mohan, and the Bihar government specifically have given this remission on terms and conditions that his conduct has been good. But on that basis also, in the recent past, an FIR was lodged against Anand Mohan in jail for carrying mobiles and influencing voters from jail. So in that context also, the decision has been challenged, and they feel that justice should be done, because he was given capital punishment initially by the lower court, which was later turned into life imprisonment by the Supreme Court. So they feel that since there are several cases
that in that basis, I am 100% sure that we are going to get 135 to 140 seats, and we are going to form the government.
Sir, on implementation of the Uniform Civil Code, it's been actively mentioned in the manifesto.
Yes. We have decided to implement that one.
Okay.
Let us see.
So you have catered to all the communities over here. We are speaking about people from all the spheres as well. So how do you address to do it? Because now the Congress is alleging that several of these promises have not been fulfilled in the past.
That is only Congress. They have not fulfilled the promises. And whatever promises we have given, you have fulfilled. And where the Congress government is there, they have promised so many things they have not implemented. But now, whatever you have mentioned in the manifesto, we are going to implement it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So that was the former Chief Minister of Karnataka, Mr. B.S. Yediyurappa, clearly going ahead and stating that no matter what, they will all be implemented. And he is definitely stating that this has looked across and catered to all spheres of the society. With video journalist Sadanand Prajwal Prasad reporting for Republic from Bengaluru.
Once BJP comes to power, why so, sir?
Yeah. See, Uniform Civil Code is the need of the hour. All you go by all the nations, they have got the Uniform Civil Code, and there will be the real equality will come from Uniform Civil Code. It will give the equality to, especially to the women in all the communities where it has been denied all these years, and it will give equality for the vulnerable section. It will give equality to the children. So Uniform Civil Code has got a big horizon, and it will take care of the future of entire Karnataka, where the wealth of Karnataka and the income of Karnataka is shared to all cross sections of the people.
Is BJP confident of coming to power with full majority, sir?
100% comfortable majority. Will come back to power, and we will implement this manifesto.
JDS said that we will be 5 senators agree for the other side.
See now
hearing about gas cylinder price.
No. See, we speaking and JD speaking is different. A party who is in power and is going to come to power speaks. That does make a difference. A party is not going to come power. They might say anything. There is no value for it.
So the Congress has also tweeted about saying they blamed us for the freebies. Now gas cylinder, milk is being given free for the people. How do you see this?
See, milk is a part of Poshan Abhiyan. There is a malnutrition in the vulnerable sections of the society, and we have to address it. We are giving egg.
Yeah.
We are giving food. So milk is another unit where the malnutrition can be really faced squarely, and there will be a very strong society which we want to build through Poshan Abhiyan. So it's a part of it. And it's not a freebie, it's a part of. See, we want all our all sections of our society should be healthy. What do you mean by healthy society? This is a part of building healthy society.
Sir, you just before the elections were announced, we had seen that the BJP government had removed Muslim reservation, but then now you are talking about development of temples and other issues where you are seeing many schemes being announced. Will scrapping Muslim reservation will have an impact?
See, let me tell you, first of all, 17 castes in Muslims, in minorities, 17, like Nadda, Pinjar, Darji, Chaparband, 17 castes are still in backward class list. They are still in backward class. Schedule 1 and Schedule 2, they are there, still they are there. We have not removed them. Only on religious thing we have removed, and we have not removed completely. The criteria for those people in 4% in backward class was economic criteria. There also it's economic criteria. From 4% we have put them into 10%. They are better off.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bhagat.
So that, of course, was Basvaraj Bommai, the Chief Minister of Karnataka, over there talking about the BJP's manifesto. Let me go across on the ground to Aneri, who's reporting from the BJP headquarters in Bengaluru. Aneri, the Chief Minister over there extremely confident of victory, saying he's very sure that, their manifesto as well as, the governance that they have given in the past 3.5 years or so, they're very, very sure that they will come back to power. But give us a broader sense of the manifesto, and does it essentially deal with a large number of issues that people seem to face? All right, I don't think we have an area over there yet, but we'll try and go across to Prajwal in a bit to get more details. But we just heard JP Nadda over there announce the manifesto, and the manifesto does talk about financial incentives, also about homes being given to the poor across the state. There is a huge push on infrastructure and agriculture as well. And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Mann Ki Baat show is being credited for setting the stage for educational transformation goals. According to a report, the show has impacted all sections of society, inspiring them to contribute to the greater good of the country. The radio program celebrated its 100th broadcast yesterday. The Union Minister G. Kishan Reddy has been admitted to a critical cardiac unit of AIIMS in Delhi after complaining of chest tightness. He is currently under observation. A hoax threat about a bomb in the Purushottam Express in Dagmarpur station was made to the railways. The station superintendent said that the train was given clearance after checking for danger and halting the service for several hours. The death toll in the collapse of the two-story building in Bhiwandi in Maharashtra, Thane district rose to 8 after 4 more bodies were pulled up from the debris. The exact number of people who might still be trapped under the rubble is yet to be ascertained. As many as 2 labourers are suspected to be trapped in the rubble of the Bhiwandi building collapse Saturday afternoon. NDRF officials say 4 teams are working on the site of the incident still. The WFI chief Brijbhushan Sharan Singh has accused the Congress leader Dipendra Hooda and wrestler Bajrang Punia of hatching a conspiracy against him. A week after they resumed their stir here, wrestlers on Sunday dismissed allegations that they were vying to take control of the Wrestling Federation of India. The Delhi Police's special cell, in conjunction with the Uttar Pradesh Police, have nabbed a sharpshooter from Meerut. After a brief encounter, the accused has been identified as Ranjit Jha. He's wanted for a murder case at the police station of Burari and another police station in Adarsh Nagar in Delhi. The national capital witnessed a maximum number of days with good to moderate air quality during the first quarter of 2023 as per the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. A fire broke out at an under-construction AIMS building in Jammu and Kashmir's Samba. The fire broke out on the first floor of an OPD block. Now, in yet another incident of road rage, a driver drove for nearly 3 kilometers with a person hanging on the bonnet of his car in New Delhi.
If we look at the incident, it's quite horrific as to how this man was dragged for over 2 kilometers in a very busy road at around 11 p.m. in the national capital. The incident happened somewhere near Ashram Chowk, and this person was dragged till Nizamuddin area, and that's a very it's a very crowded area. So now the police have taken cognizance of the matter. They are looking at the CCTV footage to pull out more details about the driver, and as the victim says that he was driving over 100 km per hour speed, so it was very dangerous. The police are saying that they will file an FIR under relevant sections of the IPC, but they have filed a detailed complaint. They have taken the statement from the victim whom we just heard, and they are going to find this man and nab him for committing such a crime.
Well, a huge political fight has broken out over the film The Kerala Story. After Pinarayi Vijayan's response, the Congress party has called the film a propaganda film. Now, this film, of course, has generated considerable amount of controversy over certain points that have been made in the film.
Concerted campaign by the RSS and BJP against the Kerala people. It is a conspiracy against Kerala. You know, from India, thousands of people are going abroad for service and jobs. And Kerala is the maximum in the world, in India. They go for work in the Gulf countries and different countries. And the Gulf country nurses, 90% nurses in Gulf hospitals are from Kerala. So Kerala women goes there for service, and for now not for ages. So, but they want to destroy the Kerala economy, because these women go and earn huge, they bring money for the development of the state and work in the Gulf countries. They want to create a situation where people will be afraid to go and earn the money. It is a calculated conspiracy by the RSS, BJP with the help of central government.
But Kerala CM Pinarayi Vijayan, when he states that it is a propaganda, it is a propaganda to spread hatred against Muslims, don't you think it's much important that when the trailer did come, there should be an inquiry, there should be a detailed investigation into if some facts are being kept into that there's something like this has happened in Kerala in the year 2018-19, where more than 32,000 women were trafficked, they were brainwashed, and they were taken to ISIs just for terror activities.
That is not correct. Government has information, and they will definitely inquire if anything wrong is there. Government is a responsible government, not like other government run by many criminals. The responsible government, they know if any problem is there, they will inquire and find out. If any wrongs are done, they will rectify it. But this is a part of a conspiracy against the minority, against Kerala government, and it is hatched for a long time with the help of central agencies.
The film Kerala Story is a story of love jihad. It has been a subject of controversy for the past few years, and many states have thought of bringing anti-jihadi, anti-Love Jihad Act and all. And even Supreme Court has taken cognizance of such allegations in Kerala. And many complaints are there in Kerala and other parts of the country with regard to the Love Jihad, where the innocent Hindu girls have been converted and are being used for spreading of Islamic fundamentalism and other things. And this is a piece of art. One side, when the right-wing producers produce the film, all these people, they make hue and cry with regard to the subject. And when the people, and when a documentary like BBC is shown, which is a falsification of entire Gujarat episode, and only defaming the country and country's prime minister, they don't speak anything. Now the Kerala story is there. When the Love Jihad is being projected, it is a piece of an art, a story which has got connection with the real reality in Kerala and other parts of the country. Today, both Mr. Pinarayi Ravi and Mr. Shashi Tharoor, both who have been proponent of the freedom of speech and they say the freedom of art and all, now they are criticizing because it is now showing fingers at them that what they have done to Kerala and Kerala girls. So therefore, once they speak, whenever the movies which speaks of their ideology in their favor, they support their cause when something is opposed in those movies. And today, when something is coming out of the reality, now these people want that this film should be banned, and this is not the reality what they say. So I feel that the Kerala story definitely has got a truth in it, because it was a truth that many Hindu innocent girls were trapped in Love Jihad and were used for spreading Islam and Islam fundamentalism.
केरला के ऊपर जो फिल्म बनी है उसमें बताया गया कि 33,000 हिंदू लड़कियां मुसलमान हो गईं और उनको कहां-कहां भेज दिया गया। निश्चित तौर से ये मूवी के पीछे भारतीय जनता पार्टी है। क्या ये संभव है किसी स्टेट के अंदर, और केरला जैसी एजुकेटेड स्टेट के अंदर 33,000 लड़कियों को मुसलमान बना लिया जाए और किसी को पता ना चले? भारत सरकार की इंटेलिजेंस सोती रहे। आज जो केरला के मुख्यमंत्री ने कहा है वो सही कहा है। केरला में ऐसे हालात हरगिज नहीं हैं। ये बीजेपी का प्रोपेगेंडा है केरला की अमन और शांति को खराब करने के लिए। मेरा मुतालबा है कि इस फिल्म पर पाबंदी लगनी चाहिए, बैन होनी चाहिए।
All right, so the CPM over there, of course, calling this propaganda film, saying that the centre is behind it.
You don't have to pay water bills.
All right, so we are now getting news of abuse politics that continues to rage on in Karnataka. We are now learning that the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge's son Priyank Kharge has called the Prime Minister Nalayak. This, of course, has sparked off another controversy right now. So this is a case of fresh abuse being hurled at the Prime Minister. Now, do remember that the debate in the Karnataka Assembly elections has been largely around the abuse politics. I'm going to try and go across to Prajwal in just a bit for more details on this. But do remember, this is not the first remark that has been made against the Prime Minister. We've seen another remark that was made against the Prime Minister that essentially did spark off a huge debate. Thereafter, of course, there was another remark that was made against Sonia Gandhi by a BJP MP, and that too had sparked off a huge debate. So abuse politics continuing in Karnataka, as we are now given to understand the Priyank Kharge, Mallikarjun Kharge's son, has called the Prime Minister Nalayak. I'm going to try and go across to our correspondents on the ground for more details on this. But do remember that the Prime Minister had been called a poisonous snake by Mallikarjun Kharge himself, and thereafter, of course, we saw a huge row about this with the BJP targeting the Congress over what it says is essentially abuse of politics. Now, After that, of course, we have seen reaction come in from Priyanka Gandhi also, who spoke about the fact that she believes that if you're a politician, you should be ready for abuses like this one. But the latest remark from Priyanka Kharge is expected to essentially bring this into the this debate over abuse politics into the public domain once again. Priyanka Kharge, we are given to understand, is the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge's son, who has hurled another abuse at the Prime Minister, calling him nalayak. So this essentially is being seen as an escalation of attack by the Congress party, despite the fact that there has been a significant amount of hue and cry over the fact that abuse politics is something that we've seen coming from the Congress party. And of course, there has been a response from the BJP as well. There was the fact of the BJP MLA who called Sonia Gandhi Vishkanya. So from both sides, we are seeing this kind of debate. But the latest one is another abuse that has been hurled by the Congress party. Priyanka Kharge calling the Prime Minister nalayak. Of course, we saw earlier how the senior leadership of the Congress party had jumped into the debate, and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, of course, had spoken about it at a speech in Karnataka. She said that if you are leading a country, you should be used to these kind of targeted attacks and still keep your focus on delivering to the people. So we are seeing a heated debate on this in Karnataka politics. I'm going to go across to Niranjan, who's joining us from the Mumbai Newspit on this one. Niranjan, another abuse that's coming in from the Congress leader against the Prime Minister. How do you see this remark and the politics thereafter playing out?
It's clear now that the Congress is going all out, even though, they're going on record and defending some of these insults as well. Sort of this name-calling spree, from calling the Prime Minister a poisonous snake, and the Prime Minister in his rally responded to it. And now you have the Congress party, and this is Priyanka Kharge, who's the son of Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, calling the Prime Minister a nalayak. And I think this is the kind of language that may not work for the Congress party. They've seen this backfire historically in every election. It's backfired for them. I'm not sure that this is going to go down well with the people, because you saw the kind of support that the Prime Minister enjoys on the ground, irrespective of the allegations that some of these leaders face. You also have the soundbite. I'll just play that soundbite and translate over it. And Priyanka Kharge in his campaign has called the Prime Minister a nalayak, saying that he's useless, etc. But I think it's a language which is really hitting a new low. Every single day before the first vote is cast, this sort of insult and abuse spree is becoming the big headline and the big talking point in the Karnataka election. It started with corruption, it started with governance, it started with schemes, but it's coming down to what you would call, a derogatory, street level language that people will, of course, see through. And I think the Prime Minister also responding to this yesterday, he quoted a number. He said, I've been abused about 91 times. And the Congress mocked him, saying that we've lost count of how many times Rahul Gandhi has been abused, etc. So if that is going to become the narrative, and I think the Congress party is scoring a self-goal with this one. Let's listen in to what Priyanka Kharge said. I think that soundbite is here. Let's play that out. I'll try and translate it.
ಮೊನ್ನೆ ನೀವು ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗಾಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ನೀವು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಬಂಜಾರ ಸಮಾಜದವರಿಗೆ आप सब लोग डरिए मत बंजारा का एक बेटा दिल्ली में बैठा है अंता
You said that Banjara community had a brother in Delhi.
कैसा होता है घर कैसे चलेगा
How can the house run with such a nalayak beta?
मत ना ओरी गिरी का कल्ल यारदे मगा नालायक
He calls him a nalayak beta.
ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ
What we are saying is that
बंजारा समाज में एक बेटा है ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ರಿಸರ್ವೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊಂದಲ
after speaking about Banjara community and they were let down,
ಸಮಾಜದವರಿಗೆ ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಆಗಿಲ್ವಾ?
has the Banjara community been let down? In Shikaripura,
ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆಗೆ ಕಲ್ಯಾಕ ಎಸೆದ್ರು.
why did they throw stones at Yediyurappa's residence?
ಇವತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಬುರಗಿ ಬಂದ್ ಯಾಕಾಯ್ತು, ಜೇವರ್ಗಿ ಬಂದಾಯಿತು, ಇವತ್ತು ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊಂದಲ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಹೋದ ಬಾರಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಕೋಲಿ ಸಮಾಜ ಕಾ ಬೇಟಾ ಹೂ ಅಂದಿದ್ರು, ಕಬಲಿಗ ಸಮಾಜ ಕಾ ಬೇಟಾ, ಕುರುಬ ಸಮಾಜ ಕಾ ಬೇಟಾ ಅಂದಿದ್ರು. ಆದರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಬಂಜಾರ ಸಮಾಜ ಕಾ ಬೇಟಾ ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ಮನೆ ನಡಿಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇಟಾ ಸಮರ್ಥರಿರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? ಮೊನ್ನೆ ನೀವು ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗಾಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ
So he's repeating the same soundbite. If you can cut out of it, he's repeating the same points. That's good. I think it's even worse. He calls him a nalayak beta. You just heard him there. He refers to the Prime Minister as nalayak beta. Back to back, I think every single day they're sort of piling on one insult on the Prime Minister. Looking at the response that the Prime Minister got in that roadshow yesterday, Nupur, this is another self-goal that they've scored in battleground Karnataka.
Niranjan, every time there are personal abuses that are hurled against the Prime Minister, it does benefit the BJP, So one would wonder why the Congress continues to heap these insults, even though, politically they harm them more each time.
But absolutely, and what is even worse is that they're justifying these insults. There are two sound bites of Priyank Kharge. One where he's insulted the Prime Minister, and second where he's asked a question and he defends that insult. And yesterday, similarly, you had Priyanka Vadra also defending the insult, saying that the Prime Minister must have a thick skin to take the insults, and that their party faces insults from the BJP every single day, etc. But I think the language, it's not about attacking each other politically, it's the language that you use which is the subject of so much controversy. Nupur.
Oh yes, absolutely. So the level of political discourse is something that we need to talk perhaps more about, and that's something that we have seen go down over the years. Now the latest one is a comment that has come in from Priyank Kharge. He's the son of Mallikarjun Kharge. Now in that sound bite, he calls the Prime Minister a nalayak beta, loosely translating into a useless son. So that's something that the BJP has is likely to essentially react to. The soundbite has just come in, so we are still awaiting political reactions on this. But this is not the first time that we have seen personal insults being hurled.
बेटा है, आप इसको किस तरह से देखते हैं? क्योंकि पिछले कुछ दिनों में कांग्रेस पार्टी ने कई ऐसे स्टेटमेंट्स दिए, मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे ने भी ऐसा ही एक बयान दिया है. आप इस स्टेटमेंट को कैसे देखते हैं?
तो शुरुआत से कांग्रेस को मोदी जी को देख के एलर्जी है, क्योंकि मोदी जी गरीब के परिवार से आते हैं. जो गरीब परिवार से एक ओबीसी वर्ग से आते हैं, ऐसे व्यक्ति प्रधानमंत्री पद पर बैठ गए, दे आर नॉट एबल टू डाइजेस्ट दिस. वो उसके कारण कुछ न कुछ ऐसे लो लेवल स्टेटमेंट, नीचे स्तर का स्टेटमेंट देते ही रहते हैं. पहले सोनिया गांधी ने मौत का सौदागर बोला, बाद में कोई इनका नेता नीच बोला, प्रियंका गांधी ने और कुछ बोला, और मोदी तेरा खबर खुदेगा ये बोला. अभी तो जब इनका पिताजी ही, प्रियंका खड़गे के पिताजी ही जब बोलते हैं, प्रधानमंत्री जी के बाद में अनाप शनाप भाषा बोलते हैं, तो प्रियंका खड़गे भी ऐसे बोलते हैं. लोग इसको देख रहे हैं, देश का लोग मोदी जी को स्वीकार किया है. आपके कृपा से मोदी जी प्रधानमंत्री नहीं है.
So that was Prahlad Joshi speaking to us on Republic TV. This is Anirisha with video journalist Bhagat for Republic TV.
Have called CM Nalayak Bachcha.
Neri over there was speaking to the leader over there, who seems to say who was targeting the Congress party over this new remark that has come in from Priyank Kharge. Now, the other side of the story, of course, is that the BJP has seen in the past that these personal insults actually go a long way in getting them more votes. So many would wonder if the Congress party is working against its own interest by using this kind of abusive language. Let's in fact now play out that reaction that we got from Priyanka Gandhi over the poisonous snake remark that was hurled at the Prime Minister.
देखा है बहनों और भाइयों, पहला देखा है जो आपके सामने आकर रोता है कि मुझे गाली लग रही है, मुझे गाली दे रहे हैं। आपके दुख सुनने के बजाय अपना दुखड़ा आपको सुनाते हैं और किसी ने उनके ऑफिस में बैठकर एक लिस्ट बनाई है। अरे आपके दुखों की लिस्ट नहीं है वो आपकी समस्याओं की लिस्ट नहीं है, वो ये लिस्ट नहीं है कि किसानों की क्या समस्या है, हमें क्या करना, वो ये लिस्ट है कि मोदी जी को कितनी बार किसने गाली दी है। कम से कम एक पन्ने पे फिट तो आ रही है। अगर मेरे परिवार को जो गालियां दी हैं इन लोगों ने, हम लिस्ट बनाना शुरू करें तो हम किताब पे किताब पे किताब छपवा लेंगे।
All right, so that's the comment that came in from Priyanka Gandhi Vadra over there at the election campaign in Karnataka. Now, the Congress party, of course, has been heaping abuses on the Prime Minister, something that the BJP has criticized. This latest remark, of course, has come in from Priyank Kharge, who is the son of Mallikarjun Kharge. In fact, Kharge Jr. seems to be justifying that comment that was made by his father earlier.
Focus to the manifesto as well. What are your key takeaways and highlights, and have you addressed all sectors of the society?
Yeah, definitely. Bharatiya Janata Party, we have taken all inputs from each and every booth and each and every section, and we have consolidated and we have studied which is the realistic and really which one is give the economic boost of every Karnataka. So definitely we have addressed each and every sector, including agriculture, poor, employment, employees, investment and industry. So even youths, education, sports, every sector we have approached. So and we have given very limited 103 we have given promises. So definitely it is a realistic one, and we have calculated how much budget implication will be on this manifesto's promises. So definitely we will implement it within the 4 years.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
So that was, the Union Minister Bhagwant Kuba clearly hitting out at the Congress party and mainly at Priyank Kharge as well, who's gone on to make that abusive statement against Prime Minister Narendra Modi, stating that the abuse runs in the family in itself. But all said and done, definitely some below the belt statements coming in from the Congress party, and the abuse politics has definitely taken center stage in Karnataka, with video journalist Sadanand Prajwal Prasad reporting for Republic from Bengaluru.
Prajwal there, getting us live reactions from the ground, as this is clearly the biggest election controversy ahead of the polls in Karnataka as on date, where you once again see this time Mallikarjun Kharge's son Priyank Kharge, who has hurled that abuse against the Prime Minister, calling him a nalayak beta. It was Mallikarjun Kharge who just a few days ago had called Narendra Modi a poisonous snake. This had evoked a lot of reactions out of the BJP. Remember, BJP has earlier also made its position very clear that no abuse against the Prime Minister will be tolerated anymore. Soon after, we saw that controversy getting bigger, as it was the BJP calling Sonia Gandhi Vishkanya, which of course had a lot of reactions coming in from the Congress. But I want to take this to Aneri now, because Aneri, this kind of politics that is being played out ahead of the polls, is that really going to cut ice with the vote bank on the ground? Because here we see the Congress once again hurling abuses against the Prime Minister instead of any constructive criticism, and the Karnataka polls that are around the corner, and how exactly is this really being viewed by the people?
Well, that's right, Suesha. We have been seeing how there has been, this is not the first time where we see Congress leaders abusing Prime Minister Narendra Modi or using such language against Prime Minister. Well, back then also, just a few days back, we had seen Priyanka Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge.
I'm sorry, I'm having to interrupt you here, because we are really trying to get more reactions from the ground to get a sense of how both sides are looking at it. Prajwal, over to you.
Now, elections going on 10th. People are watching everybody. See, these type of bad mouthing is not allowed in the election process. But these people, why, I don't know. I have a great respect to Mallikarjun Kharge ji, because I worked with him. He never uttered a small word like this when he is in Karnataka. I don't know what happened when he went to Delhi. But his son, Mr. Priyank, is also started the same way now. Why? I don't know. Where it ends if we go like this. See, in politics, we have to respect each other. And Prime Minister is a Prime Minister to everybody, not for BJP. And even for the Congress cadres, workers, everybody have to respect him. See, we respect Congress leaders. Why can't they? So, Priyank Kharge is a small man, small fish in the sea. But why he is abusing like this? It is a question mark. But I think he mentally so is retreated. I think so. It should not happen like this.
Okay. How costly will this prove for the Congress in the elections as well? Because seems like they're targeting the Prime Minister repeatedly, not once, but this has happened for 4 or 5 times now. And in the latest, it's Priyank Kharge. How costly will this prove for the Congress in the elections?
Actually, even Prime Minister himself told that 91 times they made the statement against Prime Minister in the filthy language. He only declared that. Nowadays, in these elections, you saw many leaders of the Congress party as doing the same thing, so that it will be costly for them only. Actually, they thought earlier we are going to form the government. Now, they understood that people are not with us. They are all with BJP. When Prime Minister entered Karnataka, it has become a tsunami like now. So that they are upset. By upset, all these filthy words and language they are using, it will definitely be costly to them.
Thank you, sir. So that was Mr. Chalwadi Narayan Swamy again going out and hitting out against the Congress party and Priyank Kharge in particular. But this is definitely, absolutely now what we need to understand is that this has taken center stage now with the BJP going all out guns blazing against the Congress. But will they pay up in the upcoming assembly elections? That is something which needs to be seen. With video journalist Sadan and Prajwal Prasad reporting for Republic from Bengaluru.
Absolutely, Prajwal. We will track every development on that front. But as you're getting us more reactions from the BJP, what exactly has Priyank Kharge said? Let's listen in to it.
ಮೊನ್ನೆ ನೀವು ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗಾಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ನೀವು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಬಂಜಾರ ಸಮಾಜದವರಿಗೆ आप सब लोग डरिए मत बंजारा का एक बेटा दिल्ली में बैठा है अंता ऐसा नालायक बेटा तो कैसा होता भाई घर कैसे चलेगा हाँ ಮತ್ತು ನಾವು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇವ್ರಿಗಂತಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರದೇ ಮಗ ನಾಲಾಯಕರಿದ್ರು ಮನೆ ನಡೆಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ಲ? ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಇವರು ಬಂಜಾರ ಸಮಾಜದ ಏಕ್ ಬೇಟಾ ಹೇ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊಂದಲ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ಬಂಜಾರ ಸಮಾಜದವರಿಗೆ ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಆಗಿಲ್ವಾ? ಇವತ್ತು ಶಿಕಾರಿಪುರದಲ್ಲಿ
So that is Priyank Kharge, who is the son of Mallikarjun Kharge, hurling this abuse against the Prime Minister, calling him a nalayak beta. You would remember how Prime Minister Narendra Modi had also said yesterday that it has been more than 91 times that such abuses have been hurled against him. And while that does not affect him in any way, but BJP making its position very clear that no abuse against the Prime Minister will be tolerated. How exactly will this have an impact on the elections in the poll-bound state of Karnataka that are just around the corner? We will continue to get you every detail. For the moment, a short commercial break. And 9 days to go for voting, as BJP has released its vision document listing pro-poor promises in Karnataka. From UCC to NRC and anti-fundamentalism cell, promises in BJP manifesto trigger political fight.
का रोल आउट हुआ है। हम दुनिया में सबसे तेज गति से आगे बढ़े हैं। 5G को लेकर भारत ने जो तेजी दिखाई है, जिस तरह अपनी खुद की टेक्नोलॉजी विकसित की है, उसकी पूरी दुनिया में चर्चा हो रही है। 2014 से पहले मनरेगा को लेकर कितनी शिकायतें रहती थी। कई जगहों पर तो एक दिन के काम के बदले 30 दिन तक की हाजिरी दिखाई जा रही है, यानी पैसा कोई और हजम कर रहा था। इसमें किसका नुकसान हो रहा था? गरीब का, मजदूर का। हमने मनरेगा का बजट बढ़ाया, अब करीब 90% से अधिक मनरेगा मजदूरों के आधार कार्ड लिंक हो चुके हैं। इससे जॉब कार्ड में फर्जीवाड़ा कम हुआ है। मनरेगा में फर्जीवाड़ा रुकने की वजह से 40,000 करोड़ रुपए गलत हाथों में जाने से बचे हैं। ये भ्रष्टाचारियों का कितना भी बड़ा गठजोड़ क्यों बना ले, सारे भ्रष्टाचारी एक ही मंच पे आ जाए, सारे परिवारवादी एक ही जगह पे आ जाए, लेकिन मोदी अपने रास्ते से लौटने वाला नहीं। भ्रष्टाचार और परिवारवाद के खिलाफ मेरी लड़ाई जारी रहेगी दोस्तों, और मैं देश को इन चीजों से मुक्त कराने के लिए प्रण लेकर के निकला हुआ इंसान हूँ। मुझे आपके आशीर्वाद चाहिए। जब हर एक भारतीय की शक्ति लगेगी, हर एक भारतीय का परिश्रम लगेगा, विकसित भारत का सपना भी हम जल्द से जल्द पूरा कर पाएंगे। मुझे विश्वास है इसी भावना को रिपब्लिक नेटवर्क भी निरंतर सशक्त करता रहेगा। और अब तो अर्नब ने बता भी दिया है, वो ग्लोबली जा रहे हैं, भारत की आवाज को एक नई ताकत मिलेगी। मेरी उनको भी बहुत शुभकामना है। 2016 में जब मैं देशवासियों कहता था आपकी उंगली पर आपकी बैंक होगी, तो ये लोग मेरा मजाक उड़ाते थे। मोदी जी बताइए, गरीब आलू टमाटर डिजिटली कैसे खरीदेगा? आज आप देखिए, आपकी फिल्म सिटी में भी चाय की दुकान से लेकर लिट्टी चोखे के ठेले तक डिजिटल पेमेंट हो रहा है या नहीं? इतना बड़ा काम ऐसे ही नहीं हुआ है। इसके लिए पहले आधार को संवैधानिक दर्जा दिया गया, 45 करोड़ से अधिक जनधन बैंक खाते मिशन मोड पर खोले गए। अभी तक 28 लाख करोड़ रुपए डीबीटी से करोड़ों लाभार्थियों तक पहुंचाए गए। डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर, कोई बिचौलिया नहीं, कोई कट की कंपनी नहीं, कोई काली कमाई करने वाले लोग नहीं। और डीबीटी का सीधा सीधा मतलब है
Very good afternoon and thank you for staying tuned as we get you the latest from the poll-bound state of Karnataka, where it is once again abuse politics that has now taken center stage after Mallikarjun Kharge calling the Prime Minister a poisonous snake. This time it is the Congress President's son, Priyank Kharge, who has hurled an abuse against the Prime Minister, calling him a nalayak beta. This has really irated the BJP as they've taken a very clear position that no abuse against the Prime Minister will be tolerated anymore. This even as the Prime Minister was yesterday heard saying that it has been over 91 times that such abuses have been hurled at him. And while he will continue to do his work diligently, but several reactions coming in from the BJP on this. Let's first listen into that statement from Priyank Kharge, followed by reactions from the BJP.
ಮೊನ್ನೆ ನೀವು ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗಾಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ನೀವು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಬಂಜಾರ ಸಮಾಜದವರಿಗೆ आप सब लोग डरिए मत, बंजारा का एक बेटा दिल्ली में बैठा है अंता। ऐसा नालायक बेटा बेटा तो कैसा होता भाई, घर कैसे चलेगा? हाँ मत ನಾವು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರದೇ ಮಗ ನಾಲಾಯಕರಿದ್ರು ಮನೆ ನಡೆಸಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ಲ? ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಇವರು ಬಂಜಾರ ಸಮಾಜದ ಏಕ್ ಬೇಟಾ ಹೇ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊಂದಲ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ಬಂಜಾರ ಸಮಾಜದವರಿಗೆ ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಆಗಿಲ್ವಾ? ಇವತ್ತು ಶಿಕಾರಿಪುರದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆ ಕಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಎಸೆದ್ರು.
All right, so that is the Congress chief's son, Priyank Kharge, who has heard this abuse against the Prime Minister, calling him a nalayak beta. And remember, as again it is being said, how abuse politics does not cut ice with the vote bank in Karnataka. This even as several reactions have come in from the BJP on this. Let's listen in.
This clearly shows the utter frustration of the Congress party, because they know that they would be decimated in the forthcoming elections in the state of Karnataka. And it is a trend in the Congress party that you use derogatory language for high constitutional post holders. You abuse the Honorable Prime Minister, who is revered by every Indian and Kannadiga. And then you try to obtain promotion within the party. But I must say that Shri Narendra Modi ji is one. There is a couplet, दुश्मनों का मैं बड़ा एहतराम करता हूँ, मुखालफत से मेरी शख्सियत निखरती है. And if you would give poison, it will be turned into nectar by Shri Narendra Modi ji. And I must say that people of the country are watching. We will not resort to the petty politics that the Congress party does. But we must make it very clear that people of our country, people of Karnataka, will give a befitting response to the Congress party, and then they will realize such dirty politics is completely unacceptable.
It is totally reckless. He is a reckless person. Irresponsible, spoiled youth leader, just coming out of his father's legacy without having his own reputation. Just because of his father, he is in politics today, and making such a comment on the tallest leader of the country, of our Honorable Prime Minister, where he is accepted in the whole world as a global leader today. So if somebody like Kharge speaks against him like this, ill of him, I really condemn, and we criticize his statement. And I would like also say that his father also said he compared our Honorable Prime Minister to a poisonous snake, for which I have already said he is not a poisonous snake. In our tradition, the temples, important ornaments, everything, and kingdoms used to be protected then by divine king serpents. You're right, King Cobra. So, our Prime Minister is protecting the treasury of the 140 crore Indians today very safely. If you want to call him King Cobra, you please call him, but he is doing the act of...
This proved costly for the Congress.
Absolutely. Whenever they are losing, they have always abused him. They have said, you have seen, they have said he is a chaiwala. Then they have said, Maut ka saudagar. Yes. Then they have said, chor. All sorts of, abuse they have given. Whenever they have abused this country with Indians, 140 crore people, they love him. So, whenever they abuse our Prime Minister, always they have lost elections. Since they are losing elections in Karnataka, I think they have stooped to this low, and they will be taught lesson by our people of Karnataka.
Thank you, sir.
And now for a short commercial break. On the other side, Congress left and IUML joined hands to slam the Kerala story, calling it a propaganda film. WFI President Brij Bhushan claims proof that protests against him are politically motivated.
"13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
हमने सत्ता के माइंडसेट को भी बदला है। हम सेवा का माइंडसेट लेकर आए हैं। हमने गरीब कल्याण को अपना माध्यम बनाया है। हमने तुष्टीकरण नहीं, संतुष्टीकरण को अपना आधार बनाया है। इस अप्रोच ने देश के गरीब और मध्यम वर्ग के लिए सुरक्षा का कवच का निर्माण कर दिया है। कुछ लोगों को मोदी से इतनी परेशानी क्यों है, और आज इसकी वजह मैं भी रिपब्लिक टीवी के दर्शकों को बताना चाहता हूँ। ये जो नाराजगी दिख रही है ना, ये जो बवाल हो रहा है, वो इसलिए है क्योंकि कुछ लोगों की काली कमाई के रास्ते मोदी ने हमेशा हमेशा के लिए बंद कर दिए। जो पुरानी सोच और अप्रोच वाले लोग थे, वो कह रहे थे कि मेड इन इंडिया वैक्सीन की जरूरत क्या है, दूसरे देश बना ही रहे हैं, वो एक ना एक दिन हमें भी वैक्सीन दे ही देंगे। लेकिन संकट की घड़ी में भारत ने आत्मनिर्भरता का रास्ता चुना और परिणाम हमारे सामने है। बहुत बड़ा पॉलिटिकल कैपिटल मैंने रिस्क पे लगाया था दोस्तों, सिर्फ और सिर्फ मेरे देश के लिए। आपने कुछ समय पहले आईएमएफ का एक रिपोर्ट आया जो है, एक वर्किंग पेपर, शायद आपने जरूर देखा। ये रिपोर्ट बताती है कि ऐसी योजनाओं के कारण महामारी के बावजूद भारत में एक्सट्रीम पॉवर्टी खत्म होने की कगार पर है, और यही तो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन है। जी का रोल आउट हुआ है। हम दुनिया में सबसे तेज गति से आगे बढ़े हैं। 5G को लेकर भारत ने जो तेजी दिखाई है, जिस तरह अपनी खुद की टेक्नोलॉजी विकसित की है, उसकी पूरी दुनिया में चर्चा हो रही है। 2014 से पहले मनरेगा को लेकर कितनी शिकायतें रहती थी। कई जगहों पर तो एक दिन के काम के बदले 30 दिन तक की हाजिरी दिखाई जा रही है, यानी पैसा कोई और हजम कर रहा था। इसमें किसका नुकसान हो रहा था? गरीब का, मजदूर का। हमने मनरेगा का बजट बढ़ाया। अब करीब 90% से अधिक मनरेगा मजदूरों के आधार कार्ड लिंक हो चुके हैं। इससे जॉब कार्ड में फर्जीवाड़ा कम हुआ है। मनरेगा में फर्जीवाड़ा रुकने की वजह से 40,000 करोड़ रुपए गलत हाथों में जाने से बचे हैं। ये भ्रष्टाचारियों का कितना भी बड़ा
Very good afternoon and thank you for staying tuned. You're watching live and breaking at 1 p.m. I'm Suesha Samant, and well, abuse politics that has once again taken center stage in the poll-bound state of Karnataka, where this time it is the Congress chief's son Priyank Kharge who has called the Prime Minister Nalayak Beta. This has evoked angry reactions from the BJP. We'll tell you all about it and other top stories that we are tracking this afternoon. First, a quick check of the headlines at the sun. Vadra Congress continues to abuse in Karnataka as Kharge Jr. has called Prime Minister Nalayak Beta. Priyanka Vadra has justified the abuse, says Prime Minister must tolerate it all.
We will implement Uniform Civil Code in Karnataka based on the recommendations given by high-level committee.
From UCC to NRC, an anti-fundamentalism cell promises in BJP Manifesto trigger political fight. Congress, Left and IUML join hands to slam the Kerala story, calling it a propaganda film. WFI President Brij Bhushan has claimed the proof that protests against him are politically motivated.
ಮೀಡಿಯಾದವರು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ. ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದವರು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು
Alright, so those are the live pictures coming in from Tumukuru in Karnataka, where Amit Shah is holding a massive roadshow. This after BJP had released its manifesto this morning. Cutting across to my colleague Prajwal, who's tracking all the details on the ground. Over to you, Prajwal.
Now, Suesha, in fact, he's, the Union Home Minister has reached out and is in Tumkuru conducting this massive roadshow for them, because Tumkuru more or less has always been a BJP bastion, and mainly because of the presence of the prominent Siddhaganga Mutt, it brings into more perspective as to what will be the future too. And now we are seeing that Home Minister, the Union Home Minister Amit Shah is not only going ahead and campaigning for one particular candidate, but several candidates too, because remember that Kottagiri Assembly constituency, one of the key assembly constituency this time for the BJP as well, where they have fielded a retired IAS officer in the form of Anil Kumar too holds the key, because we saw that he is squaring off against the former Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, G. Parameshwara there, and Parameshwara had also received an injury recently to his head as well, and there was a lot of politics that was being played around, and on the backdrop of which the Union Home Minister also had stated that if you vote the Congress into power, there will definitely be riots, and the internal security of the state will also be compromised. And on the backdrop of that, this particular attack happened, and the Congress tried to paint a completely different picture, but Union Home Minister had stated that he will definitely go ahead to Tumkuru and will give a befitting reply. And this is the Union Home Minister there in Tumkuru campaigning for all the BJP candidates too, and this is definitely sending out a positive message for the people too, because now the Union Home Minister in the past had also gone ahead and stated that it is very important for the BJP to come to power in the state of Karnataka, otherwise the security will also be compromised, and at the same point of time there will be no sort of clean and transparent administration. But the Congress had countered it with allegations of 40% commission against against the BJP state government too, and this is something which the BJP has been finding it really hard to go away from, but the Union Home Minister coming in here has definitely gone ahead and given a clear message to the BJP cadres as well, because somewhere they were also down, because remember that some of the prominent leaders of the BJP, mainly from the Tumkuru unit, had gone across and joined the Congress as well as the JDS too, and one of the most prominent leaders for the BJP was UB Banakar, who is also considered to be a right-hand man of BS Yediyurappa, and he went ahead and joined the Congress as well, and this was stated to be a sort of setback mainly in the Tumkuru unit, because Banakar was given the complete responsibility of making sure that the Tumkuru BJP unit remains a united one. But then the Union Home Minister has sprung into action, because remember, this is not his first rally in Tumkuru. This is in fact his his first roadshow and third rally in Tumkuru as well. So this is something which is equally important for the BJP to make sure that it forms a complete majority, because for the BJP to gain seats is equally important, but also for them to retain the seats too has been something which everybody is seeing it, because somewhere some of the surveys and the political analysts also went ahead and predicted the fact that they might lose out on over 12 to 15 of the seats where current MLAs of the BJP party are. So therefore this is equally important for the BJP party. This is equally important for the BJP party. So he is there on the turf, on the home turf of the BJP in Tumkuru, campaigning for all its candidates, where he is he will cover around 5 to 6 assembly constituency is what we get to learn. And this is also a 4-kilometer roadshow in the prominent streets of Tumkuru, and this particular roadshow that we get to understand will also pass in front of the Siddhaganga Mutt as well. And now we will also be seeing a series of shows by the Union Home Minister, largely concentrating on the Bengaluru rural region as well, because when it comes to the greater part of Bengaluru, we cannot also ignore the fact that there are 7 assembly constituencies apart from the 28 assembly constituencies in Bengaluru itself. So all in all, it is around 35 assembly constituencies when the entire greater Bengaluru is also kept into focus. So him campaigning in Tumkuru means a lot for the candidates, and also to go ahead and boost their morale as well, which is definitely down after a few of the prominent leaders quit the BJP party to join the Congress and the JDS as well. And this time around, we're also seeing that he will also be campaigning in the constituency of the Cabinet Minister, Mr. Madhuswamy. And moreover, now Amit Shah coming in there is also sending sending out a message by the BJP High Command stating that no matter what, the High Command is with the candidates. They are with the candidates as well, and with their support, with the support of the people. And if the BJP goes ahead and gains a complete majority, it will definitely be beneficial for the BJP party and also the state of Karnataka too. Over to you in the studio, Suesha.
Oh yes, absolutely. And you see the saffron flags flying high and in large numbers, as there are huge crowds that have come there to welcome Amit Shah as he's holding this mega roadshow. BJP has been on a campaigning spree. This after the manifesto that was released this morning for the state of Karnataka, and pro-poor promises that have been made by the party. But there you see, Prajwal, as has always been the strategy of the party when it comes to fielding bigwigs on the ground, and now especially when it is on the 10th of May, when the polling is all set to take place, you see that grand road show which Amit Shah is leading.
Exactly now, because the blueprint, the planning of the BJP is with absolute precision here, because what they clearly know is of a fact that they will have to spread across all the 6 regions in Karnataka, which is Central Karnataka, Kittur Karnataka, Bengaluru, Old Mysuru region. Apart from this, we are also looking at Central Karnataka as well, and they have made sure that their 2 prominent leaders in the form of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah will be there across, because in each of these rallies and roadshows, the BJP has made it very clear, stating that they will be targeting people from 10 to 12 assembly constituencies, and that has been the case so far, because when the Prime Minister came in for the past 2 days, we saw that he has addressed 6 rallies and 2 roadshows, which goes on and shows that they have targeted over 80 assembly constituencies in the state of Karnataka. But moreover now, with the Union Home Minister touring, this is his 3rd consecutive day that he is touring in the state of Karnataka, and tomorrow as well we will also be seeing him touring Kalyana Karnataka as well. As he is touring Kalyana Karnataka, the larger part of it will remain on the fact whether the BJP will be able to retain the seats there, because this time around the BJP is finding it tough, mainly because of the fact that there has been 74 new faces who have been announced by the BJP party, majority of them from the Kalyana Karnataka and coastal Karnataka region, and also this will turn out to be quite crucial for them, because they are stating that it is a young party. The BJP is a very young party, and they're projecting it to be a youthful party, and this is basically the handing over of the baton from the old guard to the new guard. This is a party which is in transition, is what the BJP is going on maintaining in Karnataka. So for them it will definitely be quite key, and Tumkuru has always remained one of the key districts for the BJP party too, because of the support of B.S. Yediyurappa and a few prominent Lingayat Mats in the region as well. There is no doubt that the BJP had always reigned supreme in the Tumkuru region, but now moreover because of B.S. Yediyurappa retiring from electoral politics, this has turned out to be a different ball game as well, because now they are going under the leadership of Chief Minister Basvaraj Bommai. Yes, no doubt he is a Lingayat as well, but what could turn the tide in the favor of the Congress is the fact that they are banking on the sort of anti-incumbency that the BJP is seeing here, and also many of the leaders of the BJP party joining the Congress, 16 to be very precise, has definitely turned the tide in their favor. So therefore the BJP is mainly looking to retain all the regions where it had gone ahead and secured votes, but at the same point of time they're also trying to make inroads into the old Mysuru region too. So we will need to go ahead and look as to what exactly happens.
Absolutely, Prajwal, and as far as Amit Shah is concerned, he's made that statement very, very clearly that the BJP is here to win, and they're very, very confident of that victory. Not just that, he's also gone on to say how the Congress will take the state in the backward gear. So the BJP is making some very strong promises when it comes to the upliftment of the poor, and also taking a lot of pride and harping on the fact that their strategy of fielding people on the ground is very clear, because they want innovative leaders who bring in a fresh mindset and work towards the development of people Of course, the BJP has been pushing a double engine Sarkar, and that is very, very that is a statement that is pushed in all the big wigs who are fielding on the ground. So as we stay with these pictures, huge crowds that have gathered at Amit Shah's roadshow in Tumkuru, why is this an important belt for the BJP?
You know, this is a very important belt for the BJP, mainly because of the fact that the Lingayat voters over here are in a huge population, and they're one of the dominant castes in this particular region too. And this would definitely alter the scales and alter the balance of the entire, entire party for the BJP too. And it is also one of the most prominent regions in the state of Karnataka, with having the Siddhganga Math, which has gone ahead and educated lakhs and lakhs of people who have now gone on to provide employment to crores of people. So it is mainly a place which has always been known for peace, prosperity, and also living together harmoniously as well. So Tumkuru has always been associated with it, and the BJP has also made sure that now and again in the budget too, they have always given a special attention towards the Tumkuru region. And therefore, because of the huge number of Lingayat population and the sort of the sort of support that comes with the community for the BJP party, it is considered to be quite crucial as well. Because even if you look at the manifesto as well, when we are looking at Bengaluru and Greater Bengaluru, many of the schemes are indirect, clearly going ahead and showing that the BJP is concentrating on the Tumkuru region with all the assembly constituencies as well. So all said and done, somewhere now the BJP states that Tumkuru is a very important place for them. And we have also seen several of the BJP leaders, including the Union Minister and the Union Home Minister, also in the past going ahead and visiting the Siddhganga Math too. And this clearly shows that the BJP party is a party which has not ignored Lingayats, is the sort of messaging, the positioning and the posturing which the party wants to do around this time. Because the Congress is now going ahead and putting forth a narrative which clearly goes on and states that no matter what, the Lingayats have been betrayed by the BJP party, because several top leaders from the Lingayat community such as Jagdish Shettar and Lakshman Savadi has been axed. But recently, when I was also speaking to the Union Home Minister, he stated that this will definitely have no impact on the upcoming elections too. But let's also not go on and ignore the fact that 25 assembly constituencies is something which can be influenced by the Lingayat voters as well. And therefore now the BJP is making sure that they will secure these seats. And no matter even if any prominent leader from the Lingayat community, from the Congress party, in the likes of MB Patil, Ishwar Khandre, and now Jagdish Shettar and Lakshman Savadi comes in campaign, there should be no sort of vote deficit from the BJP to the Congress. So this is very important, mainly in terms of community, but at the same point of time in retaining votes as well, and retaining these seats too, which is very crucial for the BJP party to form a government by coming to full majority in the state of Karnataka.
Oh yes, absolutely, Prajwal, and clearly wanting to capitalize on where their stronghold is. But also, as we talk on this day, when we see abuse politics once again take center stage, and how Priyank Kharge has gone on to hurl an abuse against the Prime Minister, calling him Nalayak Beta, where while we hear how the BJP has reacted and a lot of angry responses that have come in, Amit Shah time and again has harped on saying that instead this will mark the BJP's return in the state of Karnataka, and they are surely to win if this is the kind of politics that the Congress is resorting to. And again, to understand from you the campaigning by the party on the ground, because strong faces that have been fielded, then again the manifesto that was released this morning, how is that being received?
Now the manifesto has been received. There are mixed emotions basically for the manifesto, which has been, which has already been released by the BJP, because it concentrates on 6 integral points over here through which the entire manifesto revolves around. One is Anna, which means to say food and food security. The second is Akshara, meaning to say that quality education will have to be given to people. The third would be Arogya, meaning to say that secure and definitive healthcare, and Abhaya, which means to say that social justice for all and abhivruddhi, development for all, and adaya, the revenue and income is also supposed to be here, because one of the main reasons that the Congress has now and again gone on to target the BJP is because of the fact that quality education has been given. Even the Congress agrees to it, but where is the jobs after the quality education has been given? There are lakhs of diplomats, crores of diplomats in the state of Karnataka, but where is the proper scheme of employment? What are the channels through which the employment and job opportunities will be provided to the people has always been a point of discussion. So therefore, this time around, they are going ahead and clearly and crucially focusing on the fact as to how they can go on and create jobs for them in all these sectors as well. So creating jobs was something which was mentioned by the BJP National President JP Nadda, and he stated that this time it is not at all appeasement politics, and we do not believe in freebies, because when the BJP stated that the Congress has given guarantees, but these guarantees do not have any sort of warranties, and the warranty has already been outdated and it has already expired. But they mentioned in particular that only under the portion scheme they will be giving half a litre of Nandini milk to each and every family who come under the below poverty line, who are BPL card holders. So it categorically states that these are facilities which can be availed only by families having BPL cards, and also 3 free cylinders as well, because now the Congress is targeting the BJP, stating that the problem has not been addressed at the root or at the core, because the price for the gas cylinders has increased and it's at an all-time high. But what is the BJP trying to go ahead and do? What is the sort of message that they are giving, stating that they will be giving 3 free cylinders to all those families who are below the poverty line annually? So is this a sort of appeasement politics? So how can they question us? So it is definitely a lot of questions being raised about the sort of incentives that has been, the sort of promises that has been announced by the BJP party in the state of Karnataka. But all said and done, even the Congress has also announced freebies, so has the JDS too. So the freebie politics will definitely continue, but at least from the ground up, the cadres, the BJP cadres and all go on and believe that no matter what, these promises at least remain realistic, and they will not cause a huge dent to the state exchequer. So all the prominent BJP leaders, may it be Mr. B.S. Yediyurappa, Chief Minister Basvaraj, Bommai, or else even the BJP National President J.P. Nadda, it was clearly stated that we have come up with a manifesto which is realistic, and we know for a fact that we will go on and deliver on our promises as well. Because if you're going to compare this with what the Congress has stated, that in itself would be going ahead and causing a dent of anywhere between 1.2 to 1.5 lakh crores dent to the state's exchequer too. So how will they do it? To which the Congress had stated that the 40% commission was being received by the BJP, and we'll use this to go ahead and deliver on our promises. But is this actually, or is there more than that meets the eye, is something that will have to be seen, because many of the financial pundits, the top pundits had also gone on to state that this looks very unrealistic at this point of time, and also the entire budget when it is being allocated to the state of Karnataka, and even when you're concentrating on Bengaluru on a par, is something which cannot be done. But now when the BJP's manifesto has been released, most of them are stating that this is something which is realistic and can be done. But in the next 5 years, will they be able to deliver it? This is the sort of timeline that we are looking at it. Can it be done as well? That is something that needs to be seen. The manifesto has also been clearly divided into 6 parts according to the regions of Karnataka, and the promises are also basically being focused on it, because they are also mainly concentrating on the fact as to what they can do in terms of regional development as well, and largely prominence is being given to Tier 3 and Tier 2 cities for them, especially in Kalyana Karnataka, Coastal Karnataka, Kittur Karnataka and Central Karnataka regions too. So all said and done now, how will the BJP go about it? How will they deliver on their promises, and what is their vision? Because they state that this particular blueprint is for the next 25 years. So the manifesto is very futuristic, and it is in sync and with the vision of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, mainly concentrating on development. So all of this has now been highlighted, but how will they go ahead and do it? And some of them that is being targeted by the Congress is mainly the Atal, the Atal Ahara Kendras as well. So how different are they from the Indira canteens? Because the Indira canteens also, the Indira canteens were there across all the wards in Bengaluru, across all the 198 wards in Bengaluru, and they were providing quality food, free food for all. So how is the Atal Ahara Kendras very different? So some of the questions are being posed by the general public as well, but the BJP states that they were not aware of it. At least the BJP national president states that he was not aware of that, but this will definitely be beneficial for the poor and the homeless as well. So this is this is the manifesto largely as to how it is being done, and also the Uniform Civil Code, the UCC and the NRC being put in. So we have seen that it is no different from either Uttar Pradesh or Gujarat, where both of it was also mentioned, and over here as well. And Dr. Sudhakar, who is who's the convener of the Manifesto committee, stated that there will be a special process. There will be a altogether different procedure in place to make sure that it is implemented once the BJP party comes to power. So he's very optimistic about it, saying that it will be done. And also the national education policy too found a mention in the manifesto of the BJP as well. So somewhere they're trying to move in sync with the state government and the central government coming together and focusing on the double engine government and on the success of it. But how effectively will they be able to implement it? That is something which only time will have to go and answer. Suesha, even as the Union Home Minister, Amit Shah is campaigning in Tumkuru, where you can see thousands and thousands of people on the aside the road where they are trying to get a glimpse of the Union Home Minister. Over to you in the studios.
Yes, absolutely, Prajwal, and all these factors and how they actually come into account will only be understood when people come out to vote on the 10th, and the result thereafter that will be declared to who the people have really chosen for themselves. But yes, as of now, campaigning that is all in full swing, and BJP fielding its bigwigs on the ground. There we are staying with those pictures coming in from Tumkuru in Karnataka, where Amit Shah is holding this massive roadshow and an extensive campaign that has been designed by the party, where we also see these huge crowds that have come together. But also, Prajwal, talking about how the Congress is trying its level best, that Amit Shah and Yogi Adityanath are not allowed to campaign in Karnataka. They've also approached the EC on the same, alleging that statements have been made against the minority community. So how much of a bearing does that have?
Suesha, undoubtedly now after Prime Minister Narendra Modi, it's Union Home Minister Amit Shah and also UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, who are some of the popular leaders, not only in the state of Karnataka but also across the nation as well. And the Congress has now and again gone ahead, approached the Election Commission. They also recently approached the High Grounds Police Station as well, asking the police to lodge a complaint against the Union Home Minister, stating that he was allegedly involved in hate speech in Vijaypura, where he stated that if the Congress government comes into power, then there will be riots that will take place. But just to give a clear example, today the BJP National President JP Nadda was saying that the Congress might go in and try all that it can, but definitely their star campaigners will be at the ground trying to understand the pulse of the people too. And he stated that what is wrong with the Union Home Minister saying that there will be riots, because he's putting into perspective of the fact that the Siddaramaiah government had withdrawn over 1,700 cases against the PFI cadres. And remember, out of these 1,700 cadres, 2 of them incidentally were also involved in the murder of Praveen Nettaru as well. And he's also stating that one of the leaders, STPI leaders, who was a former PFI leader, Shafi Ballare, who was involved in the murder of Praveen Nettaru, is being fielded. He's contesting on an STPI ticket as well. So where is the safety of the people is something which is being questioned by the Union Home Minister. So there was absolutely nothing wrong, has been the BJP's defense so far. And meanwhile, Yogi...
All right, Prajwal, requesting you to stay with us. Yes, just stay with us. Let's take a word from Tanveer Ahmed of the JDS, who's also joining us. Mr. Ahmed, your first response to the big promises that have been made by the BJP, which of course include the implementation of the Uniform Civil Code and NRC as well in the state of Karnataka.
See, firstly, dreams are delectable, reality is quite harsh. Let us really ask a question. Yes, you spoke about NRC in bordering areas of West Bengal and Assam. It was something which was there long pending. We are Moola Nivasis, we are Kannadigas, we are Dravidians, we are identity. I mean, here he coming and it is all rhetoric. People of Karnataka do really understand that BJP has really resorted to their only one agenda, which is divisive politics. And Mr. Narendra Modi comes here to Karnataka, and rather than talking about programs and rather than talking about what is his promises to Karnataka, he says, "Unhone mujhe 91 times gali di." Is this the kind of politics we need to do? This is politicking. Politicking is not needed for a rich state like Karnataka. Politics is needed. Politics is done for next generation. Politicking is done for next general election. At least now I was expecting Mr. Amit Shah and Mr. Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji would definitely rise to their stature because they are internationally very, very famous people. This is absolutely not done. Karnataka needs to solve agrarian crisis. Karnataka wants employment. Karnataka wants youth aspirations to be included, infrastructure, road. These are Karnataka's requirements,
Mr. Ahmed,
not this rhetoric.
हमने 4% मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन 4% मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन खत्म कर मुकलिगा लिंगायत एससी का रिजर्वेशन बढ़ाया है। अगर कांग्रेस पार्टी आई तो ये सारा रिजर्वेशन लेकर फिर से मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन लाएगी। मुझे बताओ, आप 4% मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन चाहते हो क्या? जरा जोर से बोलो, चाहते हो क्या? मित्रों, सुपारी के लिए मिनिमम इंपोर्ट प्राइस भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने तय किया। इसके कारण हमने 25% अधिक किसानों को फायदा मिला है और सुपारी की स्मगलिंग जो हो रही थी इसको भी कड़ाई से रोककर सुपारी के किसानों का फायदा करने का काम ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने किया है। शिव मोर्चा के अंदर तीर्थहल्ली में कृषि और बागवानी अनुसंधान केंद्र सुपारी के लिए बनाने का फैसला भारत सरकार ने और कर्नाटक सरकार ने किया है। आने वाले समय में मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में यहाँ डबल इंजन सरकार बननी चाहिए। अगर आप यहाँ पर डबल इंजन सरकार बनाते हो तो 2024 में मोदी जी फिर से देश के प्रधानमंत्री बनेंगे। मुझे बताओ, कमल के निशान पर बटन दबाओगे क्या? जोर से बोलो, दबाओगे? दिलीप को एमएलए बनाओगे? सरकार बनाओगे? मोदी जी को फिर से प्रधानमंत्री बनाओगे? तो मेरे साथ बोलिए, भारत माता की, भारत माता की, भारत माता की, वंदे वंदे वंदे। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। ನನ್ನ ಕುಟಿಯ ಭಾಜಪ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತ ಬಂಧುಗಳೇ ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೋಮಿನ ಮುಖಂಡರುಗಳೇ, ಏನಿವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ನಾಯಕರಾದಂಥ ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಜಿ ಅವರು
All right, so there you heard the full swing campaigning that continues by the BJP top brass in the state of Karnataka. In fact, earlier today, the BJP also released its poll manifesto for Karnataka, which includes implementation of the Uniform Civil Code, NRC and speedy deportation of illegal immigrants as well. Along with this, the BJP has also promised a wing to be established against religious fundamentalism and to fight terror in the state. And 1,000 crore rupees that has also been allocated to restore ancient temples in the state of Karnataka. So big promises that have been made by the BJP in the state of Karnataka. Let's take a word from Malvika Avinash of the BJP, Karnataka leader from BJP also joining us. Miss Malvika Avinash, your quick thoughts to the kind of responses we are getting from the opposition who call it nothing but political rhetoric of the BJP just ahead of polls.
It's coming either from the JDS or the Congress party, where the machinery begins to work only during elections. While BJP is a party across the nation, whether we are in government or in opposition, or we are hoping to be in government, we are working through the year. The Karyakarta of the BJP, the average Karyakarta is working through the year, not just ahead of elections or at the time of elections. So it's a bit rich coming from Congress or the JDS. Now that apart, it is the old Mysore region where we lag behind in general, and we have been the single largest party twice over, but have not crossed the halfway mark, and hence this time that additional push is being given in the old Mysore region. You've seen that during the Prime Minister's rally and the huge response that he garnered when he went to Mysore and parts of that part of Karnataka, Mandya and all of those regions. Now today it's the Union Home Minister Shri Amit Shah who's visiting Tumkur, and the response against is enormous, and we are hoping to recover whatever we may have lost in the past in all of those regions.
Yes, but Malvika Avinash, talking about the Uniform Civil Code here, the opposition says that this is an issue which has been raised by the BJP time and again, and which is something that the BJP latches onto just ahead of assembly polls in any of the states.
Oh no, not at all. I urge you and the opposition to go and read all our manifestos right from the Jansang Times. This is a directive of the Constitution that there should be a uniform civil code across the country. It's not a manufacturing of the BJP. It's what the Constitution directs, and according to the directive principles of the Constitution, we want to ensure that there is a uniform civil code. And in manifesto after manifesto, the uniform civil code has been promised, and just as 370 was abrogated, just as the promise of the Ram Mandir was kept, this UCC also will be kept. And for that, it is important that the Assembly passes a resolution, which will then, once several of the states do so, then the same will be legislated by the Parliament. This is the procedure.
Malvika Avinash, I was here only referring to the version of the opposition, but thank you for speaking to us. So Malvika Avinash of the BJP giving it back to the opposition over the reactions that have been coming in on the UCC promise that's been made by the BJP in the state of Karnataka. Let's go back to Prajwal, who's been tracking all those developments from the poll-bound state very closely. Prajwal, if you can take us to the latest statements that have been made by Amit Shah, especially in relation to the Muslim reservation issue that's now being raked up by the opposition in the state.
Amit Shah, that has also been a talking point for the Congress party as well. But somewhere now the BJP strongly maintains that no matter what and how things are going by, they state that it will have to be, it will have to be scrapped because the reservation is not being given based on religion, but it is mainly being based on class as well as the economic standards too. And they state that it is definitely not unfair for the Muslim community because now they have been included in the economically weaker sections as well, which means to state that they have 10% reservation too. And also now the reservation being increased for the Vokkaligas under 2C and for the Lingaites under 2D as well. 2% has been increased each for all these communities. That is what essentially the Union Home Minister Amit Shah was clearly going on and stating. But more of now this has definitely taken center stage because there is still a lot of confusion which persists over the internal reservation, mainly for the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribe as well, because for the scheduled tribe the reservation was increased from 3% to 7%, and for the scheduled caste it was increased from 15% to 17%. But the internal reservation has now largely been seen among the scheduled tribes as well, and this is something which some of the major communities within the scheduled tribe is something which they are not accepting because the touchables who have also been accorded reservation somewhere go ahead and state that no matter what we should have also been largely included in the 17% itself, and there was no cause for internal reservation. But somewhere the state government believes that making internal reservation would definitely go ahead and speed up the process of these beneficiaries receiving job as well as employment opportunities and also educational opportunities to Amit Shah.
All right, Prajwal, thank you for the moment. So mega outreach there by Home Minister Amit Shah to the Lingayat community, saying that the scrapped reservation would benefit the Lingayat community. Now remember, the latter forms a major voter base for the BJP in the state of Karnataka. But for now, moving on to other stories that are making news. And to other news then, on 30th of April, the BSF Jawans recovered a big packet wrapped with yellow adhesive tape as well, containing 3 packets of heroin, yet another nefarious attempt of drug smuggling that was foiled by the BSF Jawans. Here's a quick 1-minute report.
BSF has foiled another bid of Pakistan for smuggling the drugs in the Indian territory, and this time BSF has recovered 2.5 kg of heroin from Firozpur sector nearby the international border. Last night, BSF troops have suspected a drone sortie nearby the village Sethawala in Firozpur nearby international border, and in fact BSF has detected the drone movement through a blinking light, and accordingly they have opened the fire. Though the drone has dropped the consignment of the drugs which has been recovered after an extensive search by the BSF troops, and in fact along with the luminous light as well as another battery of the drone, and in fact now the BSF is also searching and investigating the angle that who all are in the Indian territory who supposed to receive the consignment of the drugs delivered from the side of the Pakistan. And in fact another bid of Pakistani drug smugglers has been foiled by the BSF in the Firozpur sector nearby international border, and further along with the assistance of local police, the BSF is investigating the matter just because the person who supposed to receive this consignment is the important part of this entire investigation.
And we slip into a very short break for now, but on the other side we'll get you the latest from poll-bound Karnataka, where the opposition is now raising objections to the Uniform Civil Code implementation promise that's been made by the BJP, and also tracking on the other side the Kerala storm controversy as the Congress left and IUML join hands to slam the Kerala story, calling it a propaganda film. And WFI Chief Brij Bhushan claims proof that protests against him are politically motivated.
इतना बड़ा काम ऐसे ही नहीं हुआ है तो इसके लिए पहले आधार को संवैधानिक दर्जा दिया गया, 45 करोड़ से अधिक जनधन बैंक खाते मिशन मोड पर खोले गए, अभी तक 28 लाख करोड़ रुपए डीबीटी से करोड़ों लाभार्थियों तक पहुंचाए गए। डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर, कोई बिचौलिया नहीं, कोई कटकी कंपनी नहीं, कोई काली कमाई करने वाले लोग नहीं। और डीबीटी का सीधा सीधा मतलब है डीबीटी यानी कमीशन बंद, लीकेज बंद। इस एक व्यवस्था से ही दर्जनों योजनाओं कार्यक्रमों में ट्रांसपेरेंसी आ गई। देश की कई प्रतिभाओं ने तब काम का माहौल ना देखकर देश छोड़ने तक का फैसला कर लिया। ये सब उन्हीं सरकारी नीतियों का थर्ड ऑर्डर इम्पैक्ट था। उन नीतियों के इम्पैक्ट ने देश के इनोवेशन, हार्डवर्क और एंटरप्राइज की क्षमता को कुचल दिया। हमने सत्ता के माइंडसेट को भी बदला है, हम सेवा का माइंडसेट लेकर आए हैं। हमने गरीब कल्याण को अपना माध्यम बनाया है। हमने तुष्टीकरण नहीं, संतुष्टीकरण को अपना आधार बनाया है। इस अप्रोच ने देश के गरीब और मध्यम वर्ग के लिए सुरक्षा का कवच का निर्माण कर दिया है। कुछ लोगों को मोदी से इतनी परेशानी क्यों है, और आज इसकी वजह मैं भी रिपब्लिक टीवी के दर्शकों को बताना चाहता हूँ। ये जो नाराजगी दिख रही है ना, ये जो बवाल हो रहा है, वो इसलिए है क्योंकि कुछ लोगों की काली कमाई के रास्ते मोदी ने हमेशा हमेशा के लिए बंद कर दिए। जो पुरानी सोच और अप्रोच वाले लोग थे वो कह रहे थे कि मेड इन इंडिया वैक्सीन की जरूरत क्या है, दूसरे देश बना ही रहे हैं, वो एक ना एक दिन हमें भी वैक्सीन दे ही देंगे। लेकिन संकट की घड़ी में भारत ने आत्मनिर्भरता का रास्ता चुना और परिणाम हमारे सामने है। बहुत बड़ा पॉलिटिकल कैपिटल मैंने रिस्क पे लगाया था दोस्तों, सिर्फ और सिर्फ मेरे देश के लिए। आपने पिछले कुछ समय पहले IMF का एक रिपोर्ट आया जो है, एक वर्किंग पेपर, शायद आपने जरूर देखा। ये रिपोर्ट बताती है कि ऐसी योजनाओं के कारण महामारी के बावजूद भारत में एक्सट्रीम पॉवर्टी खत्म होने की कगार पर है, और यही तो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन है। फाइव जी का रोल आउट हुआ है। हम दुनिया में सबसे तेज गति से आगे बढ़े हैं। 5G को लेकर भारत ने जो तेजी दिखाई है, जिस तरह अपनी खुद की टेक्नोलॉजी विकसित की है, उसकी
And in news break that's just coming in from Maharashtra, where the cracks within the Mahavikas Aghadi are now in the open, where we understand now there's a difference of opinion over CM post within the MVA. The NCP state president has said, and I quote, "I'm satisfied that the people have accepted that the next chief minister will be from the NCP. I'm sure that a party will emerge as a single largest party in the coming elections." So a big statement that has been made by Jayant Patil, saying that the next chief minister is going to be from the NCP. And with this, we are seeing the widening rift within the MVA in the state of Maharashtra.
एक मला समाधान याचं आहे की महाराष्ट्रात पुढचा मुख्यमंत्री राष्ट्रवादीचा होणार हे आता जवळपास सगळ्यांनी मान्य केलेलं आहे. तेवढ्या वेगानं आमचा पक्ष पुढे जातोय आणि म्हणून मला खात्री आहे की पवारसाहेबांच्या नेतृत्वाखाली राष्ट्रवादी काँग्रेस हा या महाराष्ट्रात भविष्य काळात सगळ्यात मोठा पक्ष म्हणून पुढे येईल.
Heard Jayant Patil, we understand Nana Patole has already responded to these remarks that were made by Jayant Patil, but Alisha is also joining us. Alisha, give us a better understanding of what exactly has been happening within the Mahavikas Aghadi in Maharashtra.
Well, there was a speculation over the Ajit Pawar that he is going to lead the party, but now where Ajit Pawar has clearly mentioned that he is going to be in the NCP and under the guidance of Sharad Pawar, NCP will fight together with the MVA and there is no problem within the MVA. But now the statement that has been coming in from NCP state president Jayant Patil, who made it very clear that I am very satisfied that people are happy that the next chief minister will be from National Congress Party, is what Jayant Patil has stated. He clearly mentioned that it is going to be very much evident that the NCP will emerge as the single largest party. So that is the statement that coming in from NCP state president Jayant Patil, who clearly mentioned that the chief minister will be from NCP. Whereas the fact we know that back in 2019 when the Mahavikas Aghadi alliance was formed, the only condition was that the chief minister will be from Shiv Sena, that is now from the Uddhav factions. But now here's the NCP who is being portraying that the chief minister face will be from NCP, and we even saw in the state of Maharashtra in many of the locations where the portrait of Ajit Pawar showing as the next chief minister of Maharashtra has been displayed in many of the district, even after Ajit Pawar has denied the fact that there is no discussion over it. Well, yes, even Congress has responded on this, where they say that this is not an issue at this point of time to discuss. It is their view, but there are other things to look upon. But here is the NCP who has been clearly stating that the next chief minister will be from the NCP.
Well, absolutely. So, Alisha, they're getting us the latest from Maharashtra, cracks within the Mahavikas Aghadi. This with the latest statement that has now come in from Jayant Patil, who says that the next chief minister will be from the NCP. In fact, a reaction that's also come in from Nana Patole. Listen.
मुख्यमंत्री
वो सबको निगलेक्ट कर दिया हमने हमारे पास वो इशू नहीं है.
लेकिन क्या मुख्यमंत्री
आज वो बात का आज विषय नहीं है. आज विषय नहीं है. वो हवाई पुलावा और मुंगेरी लाल के सपने कांग्रेस नहीं देखता.
तो क्या महाविकास आघाड़ी में सब कुछ सही है?
सही है.
All right, so there you heard Nana Patole, who says that there is not much to read to the statements that were made by Jayant Patil, where the latter has said that the next chief minister is going to be from the NCP, a remark that's been strongly rebutted by the Congress leader here, Nana Patole from Maharashtra, tracking closely all the developments from Maharashtra and with, of course, focus on the Mahavikas Aghadi, given the kind of developments we've seen in the last few days.
ये मत बंजारा का एक बेटा दिल्ली में बैठा है अंता ऐसा नालायक बेटा तो कैसा होता भाई घर कैसे चलेगा
13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
आपने कुछ समय पहले IMF का एक रिपोर्ट आया जो है एक वर्किंग पेपर शायद आपने जरूर देखा ये रिपोर्ट बताती है कि ऐसी योजनाओं के कारण महामारी के बावजूद भारत में एक्सट्रीम पॉवर्टी खत्म होने की कगार पर है और यही तो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन है जी का रोल आउट हुआ है हम दुनिया में सबसे तेज गति से आगे बढ़े हैं 5G को लेकर भारत ने जो तेजी दिखाई है जिस तरह अपनी खुद की टेक्नोलॉजी विकसित की है उसकी पूरी दुनिया में चर्चा हो रही है 2014 से पहले मनरेगा को लेकर कितनी शिकायतें रहती थी कई जगहों पर तो एक दिन के काम के बदले 30 दिन तक की हाजिरी दिखाई जा रही है यानी पैसा कोई और हजम कर रहा था इसमें किसका नुकसान हो रहा था गरीब का मजदूर का हमने मनरेगा का बजट बढ़ाया अब करीब 90% से अधिक मनरेगा मजदूरों के आधार कार्ड लिंक हो चुके हैं इससे जॉब कार्ड में फर्जीवाड़ा कम हुआ है मनरेगा में फर्जीवाड़ा रुकने की वजह से 40,000 करोड़ रुपए गलत हाथों में जाने से बचे हैं भ्रष्टाचारियों का कितना भी बड़ा गठजोड़ क्यों बना ले सारे भ्रष्टाचारी एक ही मंच पे आ जाए सारे परिवारवादी एक ही जगह पे आ जाए लेकिन मोदी अपने रास्ते से लौटने वाला नहीं भ्रष्टाचार और परिवारवाद के खिलाफ मेरी लड़ाई जारी रहेगी दोस्तों और मैं देश को इन चीजों से मुक्त कराने के लिए प्रण लेकर के निकला हुआ इंसान हूँ मुझे आपके आशीर्वाद चाहिए जब हर एक भारतीय की शक्ति लगेगी हर एक भारतीय का परिश्रम लगेगा विकसित भारत का सपना भी हम जल्द से जल्द पूरा कर पाएंगे मुझे विश्वास है इसी भावना को रिपब्लिक नेटवर्क भी निरंतर सशक्त करता रहेगा और अब तो अर्नब ने बता भी दिया है वो ग्लोबली जा रहे हैं भारत की आवाज को एक नई ताकत मिलेगी मेरी उनको भी बहुत शुभकामना है 2016 में जब मैं देशवासियों कहता था आपकी उंगली पर आपकी बैंक होगी तो ये लोग मेरा मजाक उड़ाते थे मोदी जी बताइए गरीब आलू
And it is definitely a high-stakes battle in the state of Karnataka where elections are due on 10th of May. Remember, the BJP has already announced its manifesto with full focus on the implementation of the Uniform Civil Code in the state of Karnataka. On that note, let's get you a quick wrap of all that's making news from the state of Karnataka. Days after Congress chief Mallikarjun Kharge's controversial poisonous snake remark against Prime Minister, which he promptly retracted, his son Priyank Kharge has now landed in a controversy by calling Prime Minister a nalayak beta. Vadra Congress defends abuse politics as Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra defended abusing the Prime Minister and called him a mopper for speaking out against it.
देखा है बहनों और भाइयों, पहला देखा है ना, जो आपके सामने आकर रोता है कि मुझे गाली लग रही है, मुझे गाली दे रहे हैं। आपके दुख सुनने के बजाय अपना दुखड़ा आपको सुनाते हैं और किसी ने उनके ऑफिस में बैठकर एक लिस्ट बनाई है। अरे आपके दुखों की लिस्ट नहीं है वो आपकी समस्याओं की लिस्ट नहीं है, वो ये लिस्ट नहीं है कि किसानों की क्या समस्या है, हमें क्या करना, वो ये लिस्ट है कि मोदी जी को कितनी बार किसने गाली दी है। कम से कम एक पन्ने पे फिट तो आ रही है। अगर मेरे परिवार को जो गालियां दी हैं इन लोगों ने, हम लिस्ट बनाना शुरू करें तो हम किताब पे किताब पे किताब छपवा लेंगे।
Kharge's family's comments have stirred a fresh controversy as unparliamentary comments towards the Prime Minister has warranted strong reactions from the senior BJP leaders. Gaurav Bhatia said that Kharge's are puppets of the Gandhi family.
A trend in the Congress party that you use derogatory language for high constitutional post holders. You abuse the Honorable Prime Minister, who's revered by every Indian and Karnataka. And then you try to obtain promotion within the party.
Meanwhile, JP Nadda, BJP National President, has announced the party manifesto ahead of polls in the state with full focus on the implementation of UCC once the BJP comes back to power in the state. BJP manifesto also stresses on schemes for all sections of society, promises to provide free ration, free Nandini milk, gas cylinder among others. BJP National President JP Nadda remarked that these schemes are not false promises, unlike the Congress manifesto that does not deliver. In its manifesto for the state, the BJP has promised to implement the Uniform Civil Code in the state. Speaking on the BJP manifesto, Karnataka Chief Minister Bommai said that development was the agenda in BJP's manifesto.
Code is the need of the hour. All you go by all the nations, they have got the Uniform Civil Code, and there will be the real equality will come from Uniform Civil Code. It will give the equality to, especially to the women in all the communities where it has been denied all these years, and it will give equality for the vulnerable section. It will give equality to the children. So Uniform Civil Code has got a big horizon, and it will take care of the future of entire Karnataka, where the wealth of Karnataka and the income of Karnataka is shared to all cross sections of the people.
And coming up on the other side, WFI President Brij Bhushan claims proof that protests against him are politically motivated. Also tracking closely all the developments from the state of Maharashtra, where NCP says that Chief Minister will be from their state in 2024.
कुछ लोगों को मोदी से इतनी परेशानी क्यों है, और आज इसकी वजह मैं भी रिपब्लिक टीवी के दर्शकों को बताना चाहता हूँ। ये जो नाराजगी दिख रही है ना, ये जो बवाल हो रहा है, वो इसलिए है क्योंकि कुछ लोगों की काली कमाई के रास्ते मोदी ने हमेशा हमेशा के लिए बंद कर दिए। जो पुरानी सोच और अप्रोच वाले लोग थे वो कह रहे थे कि मेड इन इंडिया वैक्सीन की जरूरत क्या है, दूसरे देश बना ही रहे हैं, वो एक ना एक दिन हमें भी वैक्सीन दे ही देंगे। लेकिन संकट की घड़ी में भारत ने आत्मनिर्भरता का रास्ता चुना और परिणाम हमारे सामने है। बहुत बड़ा पॉलिटिकल कैपिटल मैंने रिस्क पे लगाया था दोस्तों, सिर्फ और सिर्फ मेरे देश के लिए। आपने कुछ समय पहले IMF का एक रिपोर्ट आया जो है, एक वर्किंग पेपर, शायद आपने जरूर देखा। ये रिपोर्ट बताती है कि ऐसी योजनाओं के कारण महामारी के बावजूद भारत में एक्सट्रीम पॉवर्टी खत्म होने की कगार पर है और यही तो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन है। फाइव जी का रोल आउट हुआ है, हम दुनिया में सबसे तेज गति से आगे बढ़े हैं। 5G को लेकर भारत ने जो तेजी दिखाई है, जिस तरह अपनी खुद की टेक्नोलॉजी विकसित की है, उसकी पूरी दुनिया में चर्चा हो रही है। ...2014 से पहले मनरेगा को लेकर कितनी शिकायतें रहती थी। कई जगहों पर तो एक दिन के काम के बदले 30 दिन तक की हाजिरी दिखाई जा रही है, यानी पैसा कोई और हजम कर रहा था। इसमें किसका नुकसान हो रहा था? गरीब का, मजदूर का। हमने मनरेगा का बजट बढ़ाया, अब करीब 90% से अधिक मनरेगा मजदूरों के आधार कार्ड लिंक हो चुके हैं। इससे जॉब कार्ड में फर्जीवाड़ा कम हुआ है। मनरेगा में फर्जीवाड़ा रुकने की वजह से 40,000 करोड़ रुपए गलत हाथों में जाने से बचे हैं। भ्रष्टाचारियों का कितना भी बड़ा गठजोड़ क्यों बना ले, सारे भ्रष्टाचारी एक ही मंच पे आ जाए, सारे परिवारवादी एक ही जगह पे आ जाए, लेकिन मोदी अपने रास्ते से लौटने वाला नहीं। भ्रष्टाचार और परिवारवाद के खिलाफ मेरी लड़ाई
Very good afternoon and thank you for tuning in. I'm Suesha Sawan joining you live at 2 p.m. This is Live and Breaking and we get you all the top stories that we are tracking for you this afternoon. But first, a quick check of the headlines as we also tell you what's happening in the poll-bound state of Karnataka. First, the headlines.
सब लोग डरिए मत, बंजारा का एक बेटा दिल्ली में बैठा है अंता। ऐसा नालायक बेटा तो कैसा होता भाई, घर कैसे चलेगा? हाँ।
Congress continues abuse spree in Karnataka. Kharge Jr. calls PM Nalayak Beta.
होता है कि मुझे गाली लग रही है, मुझे गाली दे रहे हैं। आपके दुख सुनने के बजाय अपना दुखड़ा आपको सुनाते हैं।
Priyanka Vadra justifies abuse, says Prime Minister must tolerate it all.
We will implement uniform civil code in Karnataka based on the recommendations given by high-level committee.
From UCC to NRC, an anti-fundamentalism cell promises in BJP Manifesto trigger political fight. Congress left and IUML join hands to slam the Kerala story, call it a propaganda film. WFI President Brij Bhushan claims proof that protests against him are politically motivated. NCP chief says that chief minister will be from their state in 2024. Is the rift in the Mahavikas Aghadi widening? And we first cut across to breaking news coming in the Krishna Janmabhoomi case. This is a big lead as the Mathura court has now lifted the stay. Yes, all sides will now be heard by the court. We are getting you these latest details coming in the Krishna Janmabhoomi case where the Mathura High Court has lifted the stay, clearly saying that all sides will be heard. We are trying to get further details on this as it is a big win for the Hindu side. Vivek Rai will be joining us shortly to give us more details on the same, but this is the latest that is just coming in. Yes, there is no stay in the Krishna Janmabhoomi case where the Mathura court has lifted the stay and all sides will now be heard. Vivek is with me on the phone line. Vivek, give us a sense of what happened in the court and how the proceedings will now happen.
देखिए आपको बता दूं कि इलाहाबाद हाई कोर्ट ने जो श्री
All right, we may have a technical snag and try and fix that audio line with Vivek, but he was getting us the latest details of what happened in the court as there is no stay on the Krishna Janmabhoomi case now, as the Mathura court has agreed to hear all the sides, lifting that stay. The court is now willing to hear the dispute. I believe Vivek is back with us. Vivek, do tell us what happened in the court.
देखिए आपको बताऊं कि इलाहाबाद हाईकोर्ट ने जो आज श्री कृष्ण जन्मभूमि विवाद का जो मामला था, जो नियुक्ति की याचिका थी, उस पर जो स्टे लगा था उसको हटा दिया है। आपको बताऊं कि अब इस पूरे केस में मथुरा लोअर कोर्ट में वापस इस केस की वापस से सुनवाई होगी। आपको ये बताऊं कि जो पूजा स्थल अधिनियम है उसको आधार बनाकर मुस्लिम पक्ष द्वारा इसका जो है स्टे वो कराया गया था और इसको जिला जज की अदालत का जो आदेश था उसके खिलाफ ये लोग हाईकोर्ट गए थे। मुस्लिम पक्ष जो था, फिलहाल वो जो स्टे था उसको हटा दिया गया है और अब ये जो याचिका है इस पर अब पूरी की पूरी जो सुनवाई है वो मथुरा कोर्ट में होगी। जिला जज की अदालत का जो था उस पर आदेश हुआ है कि जो प्लेसेस ऑफ वर्शिप एक्ट और लिमिटेशन है इस पर लागू नहीं होता है और हर भक्त को भगवान की प्रॉपर्टी के लिए दावा करने का अधिकार है और इसीलिए अब जो इलाहाबाद कोर्ट जो मुस्लिम पक्ष गया था उसकी याचिका को अब हटाते हुए अब मथुरा की जो सिविल कोर्ट है वहीं पर इस पूरे केस में जो याचिका है उस पर जो सुनवाई है वो वापस से होगी।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision for development.
All right, so we'll continue.
हुआ था उस फैसले के खिलाफ रिवीजन फाइल हुआ था और रिवीजन को जो है डिस्ट्रिक्ट जज ने अलाउ कर दिया था। उस रिवीजन के खिलाफ में सुन्नी सेंट्रल वक्फ बोर्ड माननीय उच्च न्यायालय के समक्ष रिट फाइल किया आर्टिकल 227 के तहत जो है एक डायरेक्शन के लिए, जिसमें माननीय जस्टिस प्रकाश पाडिया जी की बेंच ने जो है आज मामले को, ये 17 अप्रैल को मामला कर लिया था, जो फैसला आज जो है उन्होंने अपने ओपन कोर्ट में डिक्लेयर कर दिया। क्या फैसला आया है? फैसला ये आया है कि जो पुराने फैसले थे आज वो सेट असाइड कर दिए गए हैं, उसको आज रिमांड बैक कर दिया है एज ए फ्रेश डिसाइड करने के लिए। तो डिस्ट्रिक्ट जज मथुरा हाँ फ्रेश इसकी सुनवाई करेंगे। मैं वीरेंद्र प्रसाद मौर्य, अधिवक्ता उच्च न्यायालय इलाहाबाद, चैम्बर नंबर 206।
We
Meanwhile, shifting our focus back to the poll-bound state of Karnataka, where it is abuse politics that has once again taken center stage after Mallikarjun Kharge made that remark against the Prime Minister, calling him a poisonous snake. This time around, it is his son Priyank Kharge who has gone on to call him Nalayak Beta. You would remember how Prime Minister Narendra Modi had yesterday made a statement saying that it is 91 times that the Congress has hurled such abuses against him, and he will continue to work for the people diligently. But a lot of angry reactions that are coming in from the BJP, as the party has made its position very clear that they will not tolerate any abuse against the Prime Minister. In fact, just to take you the details of the statement that Priyank Kharge has made, where he went on to say, and I quote, "Recently you told the Banjara community that doesn't worry a son of Banjara and sitting in Delhi. What do you do with such an nalayak beta? How do we run the household with such a nalayak beta?" Unquote. Listen in to that statement.
ನೀವು ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗಾಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ನೀವು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಬಂಜಾರ ಸಮಾಜದವರಿಗೆ? आप सब लोग डरिए मत, बंजारा का एक बेटा दिल्ली में बैठा है अंता। ऐसा नालायक बेटा तो कैसा होता भाई, घर कैसे चलेगा? हाँ, ಮತ್ತು ನಾವು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರದೇ ಮಗ ನಾಲಾಯಕರಿದ್ರು ಮನೆ ನಡೆಸಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ಲ? ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಇವರು ಬಂಜಾರ ಸಮಾಜದ ಏಕ್ ಬೇಟಾ ಹೇ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊಂದಲ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ಬಂಜಾರ ಸಮಾಜದವರಿಗೆ ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಆಗಿಲ್ವಾ? ಇವತ್ತು ಶಿಕಾರಿಪುರದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆಗೆ ಕಲ್ಯಾಕೆ ಎಸೆದ್ರು. ಇವತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ
reacted to this very strongly, where several leaders have come out and made a statement against not just the Kharges, calling them a puppet of the Gandhi family, but also going on to say to how the Congress has now turned this into a trend which is dangerous. Listen in.
एक बार फिर से उनके खिलाफ जो है नालायक बेटे जैसे शब्दों का इस्तेमाल किया गया।
देखो सर, ये जो खरगे जी का बेटा है और खरगे जी है, लाइक फादर लाइक सन का है, और इतना नीच लेवल पे बात करना, ये उनका डेस्परेशन, जो हार रहे उनका डेस्परेशन है। और मोदी जी से नाम से ही डर रहे हैं, कांप रहे हैं, और मोदी जी का जो इमेज है वो तो डाउन नहीं होगा। जो बात किया है उनका कल्चर बताता है, उनका इमेज डाउन हो जाएगा। कौन नालायक है ये मई 13 को मालूम होता है।
This clearly shows the utter frustration of the Congress party, because they know that they would be decimated in the forthcoming elections in the state of Karnataka. And it is a trend in the Congress party that you use derogatory language for high constitutional post holders. You abuse the Honorable Prime Minister, who is revered by every Indian and Karnataka. And then you try to obtain promotion within the party. But I must say that Shri Narendra Modi ji is one. There is a couplet, दुश्मनों का मैं बड़ा एहतराम करता हूँ, मुखालफत से मेरी शख्सियत निखरती है. And if you would give poison, it will be turned into nectar by Shri Narendra Modi ji. And I must say that people of the country are watching. We will not resort to the petty politics that the Congress party does. But we must make it very clear that people of our country, people of Karnataka, will give a befitting response to the Congress party, and then they will realize such dirty politics is completely unacceptable.
It is totally reckless. He is a reckless person, irresponsible, spoiled youth leader, just coming out of his father's legacy without having his own reputation. Just because of his father, he is in politics today. and making such a comment on the tallest leader of the country, of our Honorable Prime Minister, where he is accepted in the whole world as a global leader today. So if somebody like Kharge speaks against him like this, ill of him, I really condemn and we criticize his statement. And I would like also say that his father also said he compared our Honorable Prime Minister to a poisonous snake, for which I have already said he is not a poisonous snake. In our tradition, the temples, important ornaments, everything, and kingdoms used to be protected then by divine king serpents. You're right, King Cobra. So our Prime Minister is protecting the treasury of the 140 crore Indians today very safely. If you want to call him King Cobra, you please call him, but he is doing the act of...
It's too costly for the Congress.
Absolutely. Whenever they are losing, they have always abused him. They have said, you have seen, they have said he is a chai wala. Then they have said, Maut ka saudagar. Yes. Then they have said, chor. All sorts of, abuse they have given. Whenever they have abused this country with Indians, 140 crore people, they love him. So whenever they abuse our Prime Minister, always they have lost elections. Since they are losing elections in Karnataka, I think they have stooped to this low, and they will be taught lesson.
Carrying across to my colleague Aneri, who's joining us from the ground as she's tracking all the details. Aneri, really this kind of abuse politics that is playing out in Karnataka ahead of the polls, and how the people are receiving it, because it is constructive criticism that is required. And when it comes to this pattern that the Congress is carving out, like the Prime Minister pointed out 91 times that he has been abused, when such personal remarks are passed last time around, and Sonia Gandhi was called a wish kanya by the BJP. They took it very, very personally and got very angry. But here is the Prime Minister who holds that constitutional post, and yet it is not just about targeting Narendra Modi, but calling out the Prime Minister again and again.
Well, that's right, Suesha. We have been seeing how time and again Congress party has been abusing Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and such personal attack. Like a few days back also we had seen Mallikarjun Kharge making such statements, and today his son Priyank Kharge has made such statement. He's calling Prime Minister as Nalayak Beta. BJP has definitely hit it out at the Congress party. They say that they cannot dilute that Prime Minister is sitting. Prime Minister coming from such background and sitting on the Prime Minister chair is not being digested well by the Congress party, and that is why we are seeing such remarks coming in. But also at the same time, when we talk about the face-off between the BJP and the Congress, because Congress party has been, this is not the first time. We had seen Priyanka Gandhi making such statements. We had seen Rahul Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge also making such statements, abusive statements against Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But then also at the same time, we have been seeing how Prime Minister slammed yesterday while addressing a public meeting. Prime Minister also slammed the Congress party. He had also questioned the government, questioned the Congress party and also JDS over the family debate. Prime Minister went on to state that it is not the first time where he is being abused. It is almost 91 times where he was abused by the opposition leader. So definitely the face-off is escalating as we are inching closer to the election.
In fact, Aneri, when it comes to the BJP, the party has made its position amply clear that no abuse against the Prime Minister will be tolerated. You also, a short while ago, spoke with Union Minister Prahlad Joshi on this. Let's listen it.
आज से कांग्रेस को मोदी जी को देख के एलर्जी है, क्योंकि मोदी जी गरीब के परिवार से आते हैं. जो गरीब परिवार से एक ओबीसी वर्ग से आते हैं, ऐसे व्यक्ति प्रधानमंत्री पद पर बैठ गए. दे आर नॉट एबल टू डाइजेस्ट दिस. वो उसके कारण कुछ न कुछ ऐसे लो लेवल स्टेटमेंट, नीचे स्तर का स्टेटमेंट देते ही रहते हैं. पहले सोनिया गांधी ने मौत का सौदागर बोला, बाद में कोई इनका नेता नीच बोला, प्रियंका गांधी ने और कुछ बोला, और मोदी तेरा खबर खुदेगा ये बोला। अभी तो जब इनका पिताजी ही, प्रियंका खरगे के पिताजी ही जब बोलते हैं, प्रधानमंत्री जी के बाद में अनाप शनाप भाषा बोलते हैं, तो प्रियंका खरगे भी ऐसे बोलते हैं। लोग इसको देख रहे हैं, देश का लोग मोदी जी को स्वीकार किया है, आपके कृपा से मोदी जी प्रधानमंत्री।
And as the BJP has been stating that such abuses by the leaders of the Congress cannot come in unless and until the top leadership approves of it. This time around, quite evidently, it is Priyanka Vadra who has gone on to say that the Prime Minister must tolerate it all.
I don't think that Congress can do anything, and nobody should keep this in mind that in Karnataka Congress will come. Congress will not win at least for next 100 years in India.
What position will Congress get in the state?
मेरा लगता है 40-50 total.
Okay, sir.
Because they are sabotaging each other, ना?
सर मोदी जी के बारे में सर्व करके बोला है ना मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे।
कांग्रेस के लिए तो मोदी जी साहब है ही, because Rajiv Gandhi says that I send 100 rupees, village get 10 rupees. So who eat 90 rupees? That's only Congress people. So today Modi ji is biting every Congress people because they have done injustice to the people of India. So Modi ji is friend, philosopher, sevak, guide for every Indian. But for Congress people, he is a snakes. Mahadev, Shivji have the snakes, na? We, Nagaraja is our God. So, God always bite the sinners. That is the Congress party. Thank you.
All right, so that is the live news conference by Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma, who is also one of the star campaigners of the BJP, as the party is campaigning in full swing in the poll-bound state of Karnataka. But once again, the focus as on date is on the abuse politics that is taking center stage in Karnataka, where it is the BJP confident of its victory and saying that the Congress will certainly be defeated. But angry reactions that have come in from the BJP over such abuses against the Prime Minister.
In each of these rallies and roadshows, the BJP has made it very clear, stating that they will be targeting people from 10 to 12 assembly constituencies, and that has been the case so far, because when the Prime Minister came in for the past 2 days, we saw that he has addressed 6 rallies and 2 roadshows, which goes on and shows that they have targeted over 80 assembly constituencies in the state of Karnataka. But moreover, now with the Union Home Minister touring, this is his 3rd consecutive day that he is touring in the state of Karnataka, and tomorrow as well we will also be seeing him touring Kalyana Karnataka as well. As he is touring Kalyana Karnataka, the larger part of it will remain on the fact whether the BJP will be able to retain the seats there, because this time around the BJP is finding it tough, mainly because of the fact that there has been 74 new faces who have been announced by the BJP party, majority of them from the Kalyana Karnataka and coastal Karnataka region, and also this will turn out to be quite crucial for them, because they are stating that it is a young party. The BJP is a very young party, and they're projecting it to be a youthful party, and this is basically the handing over of the baton from the old guard to the new guard. This is a party which is in transition, is what the BJP is going on maintaining in Karnataka. So for them it will definitely be quite key, and Tumkuru has always remained one of the key districts for the BJP party too, because of the support of B.S. Yediyurappa and a few prominent Lingayat Mats in the region as well. There is no doubt that the BJP had always reigned supreme in the Tumkuru region, but now moreover because of B.S. Yediyurappa retiring from electoral politics, this has turned out to be a different ball game as well, because now they are going under the leadership of Chief Minister Basvaraj Bommai. Yes, no doubt he is a Lingayat as well, but what could turn the tide in the favor of the Congress is the fact that they are banking on the sort of anti-incumbency that the BJP is seeing here, and also many of the leaders of the BJP party joining the Congress, 16 to be very precise, has definitely turned the tide in their favor. So therefore, the BJP is mainly looking to retain all the regions where it had gone ahead and secured votes.
And we continue to get you live pictures from Tumukuru in Karnataka, where Amit Shah is holding this massive roadshow, where you see huge crowds that have turned out as the BJP continues to push for a double-engine sarkar, where Amit Shah has also made this statement once again saying that there is a need for double engine and for the Prime Minister to return in 2024, as he's also raised Congress's Muslim reservation promise. And Amit Shah has also gone on to state that the scrapped reservation is to benefit the Vokaligas. Remember, he is in Tumkuru, he is holding this massive roadshow, and Amit Shah leading this roadshow, where he again happens to be a star campaigner of the BJP. Remember, this morning the BJP has also released its manifesto, as pro-poor promises have been made to the people of Karnataka in case they come into power. Also, UCC, NRC and further boost to employment. Let me cut across to Niranjan, who's with us on the phone line. Niranjan, we're staying with these pictures and the huge crowds that have gathered at this roadshow that is led by Amit Shah. Important because he once again pushes for a double-engine sarkar and stresses on its benefits for the people.
Well, this is the last-minute push by all the top leaders of the BJP. We just heard Himanta Biswa Sarma was there. So all the big spaces are being fielded in battleground Karnataka. And, a lot of feedback also coming in, from our reporters and from people we are speaking to on the ground about the impact that this last-minute push is having, especially with that roadshow that the Prime Minister held yesterday. And it appears that these roadshows where thousands of people are turning out, and you look at this turnout, massive turnout for Home Minister Amit Shah's roadshow in Tumukuru. He's been there. He was at another venue, and this is another roadshow. And Tumukuru is a very critical district for the BJP because in Tumukuru there'll be lots of a head-on fight with the JDS and Congress strong traditionally in Tumukuru. So this is the last-minute push. And if you look at the strategy of the BJP this election, it appears that they are going to areas, districts where they traditionally are not strong, so that they make inroads. I think as far as you saw that with the Prime Minister yesterday, he went to district Channapatna, this is Kumaraswamy stuff, he went to Kolar, this is Congress stuff, he went to Mysuru, which is once again Congress and JDS traditional turf, and they're going to areas where they have to sort of battle it out to make inroads to win an extra vote. And I think they've been able to do that successfully so far with the kind of turnout that we are seeing. Home Minister accompanied by thousands and thousands of BJP workers, east of Tumukuru, that this roadshow progresses. So this is a big one. We saw the Prime Minister on Sunday, and the Home Minister is on this big roadshow. This is Tiptur, and in Tiptur, the Home Minister is meeting people, and of course in his first roadshow, the Home Minister spoke about the reservation. He spoke about the Muslim reservation, saying that the Congress party wanted the Muslim reservation back, and the fact that his party, that is the BJP under Bommai, scrapped that Muslim reservation and decided to break that up into Lingayat and Bokkaliga reservation. He spoke about that, and he also mentioned to some of the Congress leaders' comments when they went on record to say that if the Congress would come back to power, they would bring that Muslim reservation back. So I think Muslim reservation. One of the key points that the Home Minister has made in his speech, and it appears that in the final leg, before the 7th or the 8th, when the campaigning will come to an end, this party is going to go all out because the Prime Minister will return to Karnataka. The Home Minister is there. Most of the Chief Ministers, their crowd pullers, so to say, Himanta Biswa Sarma, Devendra Fadnavis, the topmost leaders from across different states. Yogi Adityanath also expected to be in Karnataka. So this is a big one. Looking at that, those are some drone shots as well, and thousands of people flanking the Home Minister on this roadshow. A similar scene like the one we saw yesterday, where the Prime Minister also held a roadshow. Back to you for now.
They're getting us details as we stay with these pictures. Amit Shah leading that roadshow in Tumkuru in Karnataka, just 9 days ahead of the polls, as BJP star campaigners on the ground making a people-to-people connection. And here we see how Amit Shah has also reiterated on the need for a double-engine sarkar in the state of Karnataka as he's leading this mega roadshow in Tumkuru. It's a massive turnout that you witness on the ground, and a warm reception given to Amit Shah, as he also goes on to say that with the BJP come to power, it is also going to be a huge benefit for the Vocaligas, as the Congress wants Muslim reservation in Karnataka. We'll leave it at that note. We'll slip into a short commercial break, but we'll continue to get you all the updates on the other side. Do stay with us.
देश की कई प्रतिभाओं ने तब काम का माहौल ना देखकर देश छोड़ने तक का फैसला कर लिया। ये सब उन्हीं सरकारी नीतियों का थर्ड ऑर्डर इम्पैक्ट था। उन नीतियों के इम्पैक्ट ने देश के इनोवेशन, हार्डवर्क और एंटरप्राइज की क्षमता को कुचल दिया। हमने सत्ता के माइंडसेट को भी बदला है। हम सेवा का माइंडसेट लेकर आए हैं। हमने गरीब कल्याण को अपना माध्यम बनाया है। हमने तुष्टीकरण नहीं, संतुष्टीकरण को अपना आधार बनाया है। इस अप्रोच ने देश के गरीब और मध्यम वर्ग के लिए सुरक्षा का कवच का निर्माण कर दिया है। कुछ लोगों को मोदी से इतनी परेशानी क्यों है, और आज इसकी वजह मैं भी रिपब्लिक टीवी के दर्शकों को बताना चाहता हूँ। ये जो नाराजगी दिख रही है ना, ये जो बवाल हो रहा है, वो इसलिए है क्योंकि कुछ लोगों की काली कमाई के रास्ते मोदी ने हमेशा हमेशा के लिए बंद कर दिए। जो पुरानी सोच और अप्रोच वाले लोग थे, वो कह रहे थे कि मेड इन इंडिया वैक्सीन की जरूरत क्या है, दूसरे देश बना ही रहे हैं, वो एक ना एक दिन हमें भी वैक्सीन दे ही देंगे। लेकिन संकट की घड़ी में भारत ने आत्मनिर्भरता का रास्ता चुना और परिणाम हमारे सामने है। बहुत बड़ा पॉलिटिकल कैपिटल मैंने रिस्क पे लगाया था।
आप सब लोग डरिए मत, बंजारा का एक बेटा दिल्ली में बैठा है अंता। ऐसा नालायक बेटा तो कैसा होता भाई, घर कैसे चलेगा? हाँ।
Vadra Congress continues abuse spree in Karnataka. Kharge Jr. calls Prime Minister nalayak beta.
तो ये लिस्ट है कि मोदी जी को कितनी बार किसने गाली दी है। कम से कम एक पन्ने पे फिट तो आ रही है। अगर मेरे परिवार को जो गालियां दी हैं इन लोगों ने, हम लिस्ट बनाना शुरू करें तो हम किताब पे किताब छपवा लेंगे।
Priyanka Vadra justifies abuse, says Prime Minister must tolerate it all.
We will implement uniform civil code in Karnataka based on the recommendations given by high-level committee.
From UCC to NRC and anti-fundamentalism cell, promises in BJP manifesto trigger political fight. Congress, Left and IUML join hands to slam the Kerala story, call it a propaganda film. WFI President Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh claims proof that protests against him are politically motivated. NCP says Chief Minister will be from their state in 2024. Is the rift in the MBA widening? All right, we're getting in some breaking news at this point in time. Wrestlers versus Brij Bhushan tug of war continues, and Republic TV has spoken to WFI chief Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, who has now alleged conspiracy. Listen in.
यहाँ पे कि आपके काफ़ी यहाँ पे सपोर्टर्स आए हुए हैं, आपके काफ़ी समर्थक आए हुए हैं और वो ये भी बोल रहे हैं कि उन्हें भी गुस्सा है जो हो रहा है। हम जब दिल्ली से रिपोर्ट करते हैं तो हम देखते हैं कि वहाँ पे साक्षी मलिक के आंखों में आंसू है, वहाँ पे विनेश फोगाट की आंसू में
बड़ा प्यारा आंसू है, बड़ा प्यारा आंसू है, हाँ बड़ा प्यारा। एक हफ्ते पहले मिलने आई थी